is, as the source of authority of the institutions of the country, can override them if he wishes. Now, of course, there's a long conversation and series of arguments being made about that, because, of course, we in Britain have a complex history of that. But the point being, there's just nothing about Trump that screams king, actually.
They're just mad that he's doing things that it's really just that simple. And the thing is, that's the reason why they call it fascist. They say he's being a king or something like a dictator. The reason why is because that is a way that they can radicalize people against him. It's not about whether it's true or not. It's about whether it will upset people into being afraid of him and not liking him. That's the focus.
Yo, is that what I think it is? That's the baby!
Let me get in here.
Of course, now in session, you dig? Make it about food or something. Something with the dog. I got it.
Brother, I opened the fridge and the cake was gone.
Make it a birthday cake.
The birthday cake?
He more screams.
That's what it's about.
Just European
the king went to
strongman,
court, exactly.
kind of like Orban or someone like that. Again, not a dictator, not a king, someone who's elected, been out of office and elected again. In fact, Trump's arc is kind of mirroring Orban's quite weirdly in this way. Just a strong,
Well, do I take the opponent? Yeah, exactly.
Politician. Just
Clickbait engagement.
Obviously. So this hysteria just looks absurd. Like, from outside of America, these people seem bonkers. Absolutely bonkers. Beth Zaslav, a freelance writer and editor, can you believe it, said she had joined the New York protest because she feels outraged and distressed at a move to...
Every single person, except for probably this person that's dyed their hair, has gray hair. Gray hair, gray hair, gray hair, gray hair, gray hair, gray hair, probably dyed hair. This is it.
What's fascism, an authoritarian government happening under the Trump administration? I care about a lot about New York City. It gives me hope to be out here with many other people. Well, I mean, what's your plan? You got another, 3 years of Donald Trump? That's just him going to be doing stuff.
Yeah.
No hate, no fear. Immigrants are welcome here. Thank you, Miss Zaslav. I'm going to guess that it's Miss. But again, look at it. It's all of the greybeards, the liberal greybeards, who have come out and been like, oh no, wait, this wasn't the America I expected in the 1960s. I was listening to John Lennon's Imagine. Fuck John Lennon's Imagine. Fuck your opinions on it. Massimo Mascoli, a 68-year-old retired engineer and resident of New Jersey, who grew up in Italy.
They're going to be busting retirement homes out to these protests just so they can fuck up our lives a little bit longer. Just so they can fuck it up and make it worse for like 3 more years. Oh,
He was protesting because he was concerned the US was following the same path that his home country did in the last century. Trump is way more effective than Mussolini. Although I bet the train's probably dead around that. He said he was worried about the Trump administration's immigration crackdown and healthcare cuts for millions of Americans.
Why?
You know, the real problem with Mussolini. Too many immigrants. We're gonna seal it all out. Yeah, that was the problem with Mussolini.
With NGOs being shut down, they can't afford to bus them out? Yeah, I guess so, right?
We cannot count on the Supreme Court. We cannot count on the government, he told BBC. We cannot count on the Congress. Well, that's because they're all a Republican majority through Democratic means.
So let me get this straight. We can't use Democratic means anymore, so we got outvoted, so we're going to protest against the king. Well, wait a minute. That's the only way that you would be like, in order for you to get what you'd want, you'd effectively need a king. You see how, like, you want the opposite, actually. And again, once you understand, this is
I promise it's coincidence. You just went live, and I just happened to
individuals like this as if they're behaving in good faith.
Yeah, I slept well. Just trying to clean up my apartment right now a little bit.
Are not complaining about censorship. They want to do the censorship. That's why they banned right-wing opinions and Donald Trump during 2021. These people are not complaining about no kings. They're complaining about not being the king. These people are not complaining about democracy. They're complaining about losing the vote. So these people are not complaining about defund the police. You don't want to defund the police. You want to be the police. You want to make the decisions yourself. So once you reframe a lot of these arguments in the way that they're truly intended based off of what these people are actually asking for in their own mind, you'll realize that they're not really principled at all. These people just simply want the reins to power, and they're upset that you have them and not them. That's the main issue. That's the problem. They had no problem saying Russia rigged the election when 2016 happened, and they'll say the next election is rigged too. There are people saying that Kamala Harris, the election was rigged. It's all for power. There is no principle to this whatsoever.
It's not like the Republicans in the United States or anything. People just kept voting for them to take over various arms of government.
Yeah.
And suddenly the Republicans are basically in control of everything. And all they can do is go like, oh, well...
Yeah, they don't want to protest these things. They want to have these things for themselves.
I guess we have the legislature, the
really want.
judiciary that are all against the American people right now. What do you want? The American people voted for this.
Mm-hmm.
They're getting what they voted for. I mean, a miracle
Imagine that.
in modern times. I would love
Yeah.
a democracy that was actually capable of putting the government in place in Britain that would allow us to get what we voted for. That would be an incredible miracle.
Too bad.
I can't even imagine how great
Yeah.
that would be. One,
This was an encounter I never saw coming. Our story begins here.
Greatest explorer of all time. Traveling the world, embracing the wild.
And you? Do you still remember your childhood dreams? Maybe you've been alone in my family house for too long. You can only hide my dreams deep inside, without even the courage to say them out loud.
When you don't know where to go, just start running. The wind will lead the way, even if the road ahead is unclear. Running itself is already a choice.
Nice! Camp is in my openings.
We are the best!
Make this world a better place for everyone.
It's already getting good down there. Be safe. Oh yeah, a lot of people down there. Oh yeah.
And the story.
Really? It's
one
only three.
protester
It's only 3
rallying in the
o'clock.
Capitol held up a sign that read,
It's only 3 o'clock. What the hell? Doesn't anybody else sleep? What do these people do? They spend their whole day out there? What the fuck? Doesn't anybody fucking sleep? They just fucking stay out there late as fuck and then go out there early as fuck? Like, what the hell? Gear up, brother. Put the full armor of God on today. Be safe. Protect yourself while not there. Oh, yeah. Who's streaming? Is it Tommy or... I gotta check it out. I gotta pull it up. I didn't even get a chance to do anything yet.
protest. Said it was a loaded term and just meant he supported peace, daycare, livable wage, healthcare.
It's a
I
loaded
think there might
term.
be slightly
Sure.
more to Antifa than I want good things. I think there might be slightly more than that, which is why there are a bunch of violent insurrectionists. CNN also had an amazing article, millions rally against Trump at No King's protests, and the organisers explain why. Oh, it was organised. Right, okay, it wasn't just the sort of
What a
one thing that
surprise.
sprang out of nowhere.
Wow.
Of course it was. Which means someone must have been funding it, which is interesting. And of course,
Who's doing that?
to celebrate her 70th birthday. Retired government worker taking
Oh,
credit. So she had a friend
Retired government workers. Oh, God. Here we go.
nearly 10 hours from her hometown in Flint, Michigan.
10
to join a protest
hours.
in Washington, D.C. She felt compelled
Did they even figure out their whole water situation over there, or is it still poison?
mark a milestone at the large demonstration because it's a scary time for Americans and democracy is at stake.
Democracy is at stake. Yes, democracy is a problem when you lose the vote. It's still poisoned? Okay. So let me get this straight. This retarded old bitch drove over, and this is what I was saying, displaced bored swamp hags that should be selling mushrooms in a forest to random adventurers have now been given computers, government jobs, cars, and most importantly, and the worst of all, they've been given the internet. And we have been overrun by displaced, disaffected, bored swamp hags that are ruining our lives. That's it. That's the big problem.
That's the big picture.
And they're orc minions.
Why? Like, everyone just keeps getting elected to things. And you're like,
Yeah.
you know what, this is more what democracy was supposed to be. Democracy is when I get what I
win.
voted for, not when
Yeah.
the other guy gets what he voted for.
Yeah.
It seems to me that Trump is taking our government, our democracy, dismantling it piece by piece, slowly but surely. If we sit by and don't do anything about it,
Surely you're doing something about it.
what are you talking
Yes.
about? Like, seriously, in a couple of years,
Yep.
there'll be another election and a new government will be formed. Like, it's just going to carry on.
Yep.
The local elections
Well,
will
it's not
carry on, the
crazy.
state
I'm
elections
gonna
will
just
carry
eat
on,
snacks, you know,
the
then
elections
watch
start-
me do clean.
the judges,
Oh, yeah.
Alright, has live ammo now.
Americans do so much voting. That's all going to continue.
Well, I hope they fucking blast a terrorist.
Love
I don't know
voting.
what you're talking
Unfortunately.
about. So CNN tell us that
Yes.
the Trump administration's GOP officials have painted anti-Trump protests as the work of violent left-wing radicals, but the organisation behind No Kings events, the Indivisible Project, says it's committed to non-violent action. Should we look at who they are?
To be fair, I think that the No Kings protest was primarily non-violent. It's because these people can't be violent. They can barely even get around to begin with. They're all fucking 70 years old.
Folks. So they say they're a progressive grassroots
Yeah,
movement
yeah,
with
yeah.
millions of activists across the...
Yeah, I went to the No Kings. We have live footage of that shit. There's nothing but boomers and fucking gay people. You should hit up Lauren. She has things to whisper. Yeah, you said that last night. He's cleaning. Romance can wait.
state.
If they
Keep
could,
a
they'd be starting
partnership
trouble.
between thousands of local autonomous indivisible
They're
groups and
fat.
national staff. Well, who's funding them? I bet it's going to be Act Blue, isn't it? I bet it's going to turn out to be Act Blue that's funding this.
Oh.
I bet a huge amount of Soros money has been poured into this, hasn't it? I don't have time to look it up, but I bet I'm right. Feel free to have a dig around, folks, because apparently Invisible Project, which is a 501c4, I believe that is a non-profit, means that you're going to be able to actually find who the funders of this are. It's going to be the Democrats. It's going to be nothing. It's not a grassroots movement
Yep.
like they claim, obviously. One thing that gets me about this whole thing is that it's genuinely clownish. Like, they turn up in like frog costumes, lobster costumes, and other stupid...
No shellfish kings. And it's some stupid fucking... Jesus Christ. I mean, it is kind of funny. To be fair, it is kind of funny. But this is just fucking sad, guys. It really is just fucking sad. Reddit revolutionaries, bro. Like, there it is. How do you think that much do you think they paid for the costumes? Probably a lot.
Let her buck. It's a way of life. It's taking on the day, no matter what it throws at you. And that's why it's on every bottle of Pendleton whiskey. It's not just poured, it's earned.
like things with their silly signs, and it's like, look, there's an
Warning
eagle one,
signs of
there's a shark
fascism.
one. It's like, what are you guys doing? Like this.
Well, the implication is that this is the reason why they're doing it, is that they think that by dressing up like they're from Chuck E. Cheese, that they will make it look like the police are worse for doing bad things to them. When, I mean, if you want me to be honest, like, whenever they tackle one of the people in those mascot things, I think it's so funny. I do. It's just funny to watch it happen, right? It's the same as whenever a mascot does something on like a sports, you know, in like a sports field. They'll like,
Camaraderie and
you know,
enthusiasm.
eat somebody or something like that. It's just funny to watch somebody in a banana suit get tackled. Like, I'm sorry. Doesn't matter what side they're on, it's just funny to watch.
The fact that you act in such
Yeah.
a frivolous manner regarding the protest makes me think that, frankly, to you, it's
Queens
not,
only, no kings. Oh God. Do you remember what I said?
That's hilarious.
Displaced swamp hags.
Not serious. Right? If you can turn up and make jokes about the
That's
protest
it.
that you're currently engaged in, I don't think you're genuinely in fear of losing democracy.
We
I
got a
think
big
this
problem.
is just a boomer day out for them to have a good time.
Yep.
And to go, yeah, aren't we good people? We resisted fascism. How? Well, I was wearing a
I was walking
lobster
around.
costume like a...
Yeah.
And I waved a little banner that had a crossed out crown on it. Because Donald Trump, famous for wearing crowns, you see. Obviously, a bunch of like woke lefty Hollywood types came out.
course.
Pedro Pascal, Katie Washington,
course.
and others attended.
Oh, yeah.
And they went and complained they were like, defend democracy so people can keep electing people like Donald Trump.
I love how these people, especially Hollywood actors that try to talk about democracy while they try to wield their influence as, you know, these like super wealthy elites inside of the country in order to direct people to vote in the way that they want them to. But then whenever it doesn't work, despite their best efforts, they're trying to complain about democracy. You were actively trying to subvert democracy by advocating for people and using your position that has nothing to do with politics in order to influence democracy. But when it doesn't work, now democracy is at risk. It's just, again, that's what I said before. These people don't want to, they're not mad that Trump is getting rid of democracy. They're mad that they're not getting rid of democracy. They're the ones that want to get rid of democracy.
Obviously, Nancy Pelosi came up and broke a crown because that's so brave.
I'm gonna tear off their crown.
Back to the swamp. You know, maybe Trump shouldn't drain the swamp after all, because I feel like ever since he started saying that, I started seeing this issue. Yes, another one right here. Bro, even the swamp don't want her? Yeah, exactly. I'm telling you, she's so old. Yeah. It's just awful, man. It really is awful. You're listening to a Redcoat's opinion on democracy? Do you know they still have a monarchy? Listen, you gotta understand something, okay? We don't have democracy. We have a representative. We have a democratic republic, okay? This is a republic. It's not fucking democracy. And if you look at, by the way, I can find this here. Take a look at this. I don't know if I can find some more of these here. I don't know where it is exactly. But, no, I'm not able to find the image I was going to show. But there's a lot of images and a lot of quotes from the Founding Fathers talking about how democracy can be a big problem. It's a constitutional republic. Yes, there you go.
Constitution.
Democracy as a city as grieves? Yeah. Do you think it's the British again? Maybe, I don't know.
How many decades has Nancy Pelosi been in office?
Like
For
60.
longer than most kings in
37.
history, right?
So
Nancy
let me get this. Yeah. So let me get this straight. So this woman has had a longer tenure than a king, and she's complaining about kings.
That's pretty wild.
That's crazy.
Lordy, lordy, lordy.
Really. Like, I mean, think about it.
Pelosi has been such a fiction. She's wealthier than most kings in history were as well. And
So she's been in power for longer than a king. She has more money than a king, but she hates kings. We gotta send them back to the swamp, bro. Like, we gotta do something about this.
yet she's like, yep, see, no monarchy. I just got elected. Over and over and over and over and over by the most reliable
Yeah.
constituency that I'm going to be honest does kind of resemble a sort of feudal fiefdom. But
It
don't
is.
worry, technically votes were cast, and therefore I'm against kings.
Well, no, they
Anyway,
want the fiefdom. They want the feudalism because the feudalism ensures that they'll continue to have the votes. That's the whole apparatus that they're building. That they're trying to build is that they create a lot of social systems that make a certain demographic reliant on them, and then they hold those social systems hostage because the other party doesn't want them because they're just there in order to secure those votes. They're basically trying to create voting feudalism. That's the whole goal. No, it's...
Mule kick.
Attention. Let's get back to the lesson.
We
Damn. What's up, Manu? Fucking, I'm a little tired. Remember when others protest? It's for bringing down Scientology for using kids illegally. Yeah, fuck Scientology. Am I allowed to say that on here? I've been taking a tiny bit of methylene blue, even though I'm a I'm on the low dose of this, and alright, definitely.
The more I think
That's good.
about it, it's like, yeah, that's basically what was happening.
You also have the sort of, like I said, the radical grandchildren fringe of Antifa weirdos who
Yeah.
have things like Charlie Kirk had it coming.
Oh, here we go. Yeah, this is great. Enemy feminisms. Feminism for the 99%. Unbuild walls. Palestine and Marxism. Man, politicians don't die like.
Yeah, there's this one guy on Instagram I follow, and he films the Scientology people all the time and shows how weird they are. This guy defo needs to be looked into. Who, Asman?
This is any woman that's like baiting around for a political revolution doesn't realize what happens to women in political revolutions. Every single one in the history of revolutions.
Oh man, come on, man.
Every single, there aren't any exceptions here. They think it won't happen. Yeah, it's amazing that women would ever even consider wanting this.
Can National Guard troops refuse an order they believe?
It's unbelievable. I guess they're just stupid. I mean, you can't blame somebody for being stupid, right? What do you mean? Oh, I mean, I guess I could just say it. I mean, I don't know why I'm talking around it. Inside of every single political revolution, inside of the entire of history, even inside of women, like, for example, the way that women were treated after the different countries in Europe reoccupied their countries after the Nazis. They were raped, murdered, beaten, they were forced into abortions, they were basically treated as slaves. Women inside of any sort of militaristic political revolution immediately become effectively currency. That's what's going to happen instantly. And it's happened inside of every single revolution. And it happened, like, why do you think that there are those statues in South Korea of those comfort women? Like, it's always been like this. And if there's a legitimate conflict, that's what's going to happen to them. Because it's happened every single time. So it's a joke. It's a joke. It's insane. And that's why I think it's so ridiculous for these girls to be pushing for this, because it's like you have just no, like, what do you think's going to happen? What do you think is going to happen? It's crazy. What are you talking about? Eastern Europe or something? You mean those statues aren't there for foreigners to get lap dances for? No, they're not. These people don't know what they want? Yeah, exactly. And no self-preservation instinct? Yeah, they don't understand it's all. Comfort women were raped by the Japanese, not through, though not Koreans. I know that. That's the reason why the statues were in Korea. That I know that. Learn to listen.
Are you making these money mistakes? That won't.
It's Bitcoin. Crypto, baby. Guys, are you wondering how am I living?
Why are ads the worst thing on
The statues are in Korea. The atrocities happened from Japan.
We need to, I'll join a protest if it's to ban advertisement. That's what we need to ban. I'll join that fucking protest any day. On a story that mainlines followers of the MSN, pictures like Australia, medicine ads. Yeah, I know, right? We need
Like some shit that happened 600 years.
I'm just talking about ads in general, but we need to get rid of all ads.
how it is. Like, I don't know why, but that's how it is. So, I just find it to be weird that you have all these women that are trying to advocate for a political revolution when, if a political revolution happened, it would be the most horrifying, terrible thing to have ever happened. And also, like, men get killed, right? It's not like women have it bad and men have it good. Men are out getting killed, women are being raped. It's just, it's horrible. It's an apocalypse situation. It's awful. It's crazy that these people are advocating for something like that. So they have no idea of the consequence of it.
I mean, that's democracy, bro. That's 100% democracy. Nothing screams democracy like shooting a presidential candidate on the campaign trail, does it? And the thing is about there being a boomer protest is that
Yes.
their grandchildren basically don't really agree with them on the nature of the American Constitution
No.
and American democracy. From a poll last year by the Cato Institute, when they looked at enthusiasm for the Constitution across demographic groups, obviously boomers, 65 plus and over, were 3/4 in favour of it, strongly favourable opinion. And then Gen Xers at 68.
I think the Constitution's wrong on tons of things. There's tons of amendments I don't agree with. Sure, yeah. Especially the way the Supreme Court interprets them. Absolutely. This is too broad of a question. Like what? Citizens United, cruel and unusual torture, not a fan of that. I think if we want to publicly execute people, I don't think that's a problem at all. Especially for really bad actors in order to set an example. You've got, let's see, beyond that, citizenship for anybody that is born here, regardless of the parent's citizenship status. Absolutely not. Like those are the three things that I would say immediately I am against. Yeah.
The Gen Xers
Yeah.
agree. But then the millennials, 34-4, only 41% had a strongly favourable opinion to the US Constitution. That's really weird, isn't it? That's a weird way of not replicating their own ideology from the boomers. Like, if you believe in this so strongly, why don't your grandchildren also believe in this? And the Zoomers themselves actually support writing a new constitution.
There's
Obviously,
nothing wrong with writing a new constitution. That's why you have amendments. The Constitution was written, made in order to have amendments and be a living document. Like, that's the whole reason why they reinterpret amendments all the time. Like, the entire idea that this is some sort of, like, stated thing. Like, for example, there are tons of things that, like, a random person can't have that are, like, military things that people can't have. So, like, there's limitations to the First Amendment, there's limitations to the Second Amendment, there's limitations almost to everything. And so, like, for guns, exactly, for voting, exactly. Like, there's a million things that different things apply to. So, in my opinion, I think this is, like, such bad polling, because, like, it's such a individual-based issue.
25% of boomers support that, 27% of your Gen Xers, 40%
want
of
an
the
aircraft
millennials,
carrier? Yeah, me too.
47% of the millennials, but
Somebody says,
54%
am I against anchor babies? Absolutely, I'd deport every single one.
of Zoomers are like, yeah, no, fuck the Constitution, let's just write a new one that reflects our diversity as a people. Boomers, you are out. It's over for you. Your beloved democracy that you seek to protect so much, the Constitution, the Republic, all those things that you're so concerned about, it genuinely is, as Rousseau put, the real Constitution is inscribed on the hearts of men. And when your generation goes, the younger generation will not have the fondness for the 20th century America that you have, that you had during your youth, and that will all disappear. Things will change.
Yep, absolutely.
Because, I mean, obviously the boomers, again, 2/3 of them think that the
But
American...
you're against denaturalizing anchor babies? I mean, I'm talking about, like, future ones, right? I mean, obviously, like, if somebody was born in the U.S., like, 20 years ago, they've been a U.S. citizen for, like, 20 years because of the 14th Amendment, like, applying rules retroactively to people generally is a bad idea. But, like, from my perspective, I would, from now on, no, never. New people. Yeah, exactly.
Not everyone's life runs in straight lines. At Sophia, we get that. Our flexible, affordable, self-paced college-level courses help thousands of people just like you complete their degrees for only $99 a month.
Bro, what the fuck?
Founding fathers were heroes. 34% were like heroes and villains, but 1% said villains. Same sort of numbers with the older Gen X.
Yes.
The younger Gen X, about 50-50 on heroes, or both heroes and villains. And then the millennials are like, no, more heroes and villains than heroes, with 5% just on villains. And the same sort of thing with the Gen Z. So it's not like the founding fathers and the love of them is even something that they have really taken heart. They're like, well...
And this is also something that's important to keep in mind, is that whenever these people try to weaponize, figures like Thomas Jefferson or George Washington, they're not doing it from a place of respect to Thomas Jefferson or George Washington. They don't care about Thomas Jefferson or George Washington. But what they do care about is weaponizing your respect for them in order to achieve their goals. Would you support removing non-citizens from the census? Completely. If you're not a citizen, you shouldn't be counted in the census. And I don't think that, and the reason why is that the census is used in order to determine a certain amount of government representation. So if you allow non-citizens to be part of the census, you create an incentive in order to bring more non-citizens. Into an area and then increase the voting power of that area. And so you've now created a reward structure around adding the more non-citizens you add, the more power you have over American policy. Does that sound like a good idea? That's retarded. Of course you shouldn't do that.
Back. And you remember that the radical fringe of that 5% who think they're just straight up villains will go out and tear down the statues of them, as they did during the 20s.
Never listen to these people about, oh, I care about the Constitution. No, you don't. You care about it when you agree with it.
20 Black Lives Matter riots. It's not like these people haven't been radicalized. And this really is a product.
And also, another thing is them, trying to make an argument to authority to the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court's just 9 fucking geriatrics. I like, Clarence Thomas is an OG, and I think some of the other ones are great too, but at the end of the day, it's 9 fucking geriatrics. They also decided to, these are people that decided to do Citizens United, right? You shouldn't look at them as some sort of divine authority. They're just 9 people that made the decision. And also, they're completely partial. They're absolutely partial. And if they weren't partial, then all those people that are saying that the Supreme Court's impartial wouldn't have been mauling because Trump got to appoint 3 justices. It's bullshit.
These sort of liberals, if you allow it to just keep going and going and going, where it's trying to encompass all of mankind, and it sees all of its own wrongs as primarily the problem rather than things that are outside of its remit, then, well, you get to that point, don't you? And finally, you may have seen this amazing post going around. I posted it myself. A huge thank you to
revoke the ICE permit.
I was very concerned the king was trying to take my place, but thanks to your tireless efforts, I am still your president. Great job all. Unfortunately, that's it. Like I said, I posted it as well, and I'll take it down after this video.
Sad.
I didn't realize.
He should have said it, though.
So
That's
much
really
like
funny.
something Donald Trump would say. And frankly, he should have said that. He should have tweeted that out. He should have been like, yeah, no, I'd hate to have a king because I'm the guy in charge, aren't I? I don't want to be replaced. But yeah, no, that's a fake. It does probably accurately represent what Trump actually thinks, which is another thing about the sort of fake roasts that Trump would go around. Yeah, okay, he might not have said it. But if he was inclined to think about the subject, he probably would say that.
He probably would have said
If you were to
it.
ask him, that probably would be his opinion on it. Anyway, it's nice that the people's got to have a day out in the nursing home, isn't it?
Yeah.
What
anyway,
up?
that's
You
what I think
live
the
in
problem
Portland?
is that
Yeah.
it's the
How about you?
last gasp of relevancy from the boomers in order for them to fuck up society just a little bit longer, in order for them to enable their delusional, self-serving ideals while they live under more wealth and they have experienced more benefits than anybody else in society, and they've made all this money, and somehow they're still talking down to the young people. It's so fucking obnoxious. They're in their death throes. They are. They're in their death throes, and this is a problem that's going to solve itself. And there are a lot of based boomers out there, too. You can't forget that. It's not like they're all bad. They are not all bad. But some of the ones that are out there doing this are just displaced hippies, bored swamp hags, and old
I live in Alaska. I feel
retards
bad for
that should be sitting in a nursing
yeah.
home playing bingo rather than go.
I had a family in Alaska. I think they lived in Valdez, or maybe it was Anchorage. But I don't keep in contact with my family anymore from Alaska. I went there once. It seems like a cool place. But yeah, Portland's weird.
I agree with this one very strongly, but yeah, I definitely 100%.
I live on Kodiak Island. Oh damn, bro, that's scary.
Yes, even that car. TCG player is powered by.
I'd be frightened as hell out there. Damn. But yeah, Portland sucks. There's sirens right now. And right outside my building is a bunch of homeless psychopaths and shit, so it is what it is. Maybe one day I'll check out Alaska some more. BG on the scene.
Yeah, hold everything. You know, you just need to edit the file. Make sure that you need to read that part where you
Story about him having a panic attack live on Fox.
I offered to buy some food off a food truck. I was already buying food at it flipped. I offered to buy some guy food off a food truck. I was already buying food from it. It flipped out on me and said, "What if I want a cheeseburger?" It came at me first. I knocked it out. Wait, so you offered to buy it like something different than a cheeseburger, and then they were like, "What if I want a cheeseburger?" You had to knock it out? Damn, bro. No fun. Yeah, the food trucks here are, I don't know, man, kind of overpriced, and
You're so fucking horny, check the man.
I've only been to the food truck like a handful of times, like different ones. Anyways, let me see. I'm getting distracted. What was I doing? It's already almost 4, damn. I Hopefully we stopped a potential church massacre.
Yeah, real question. Is it a white boy thing to wear black shoes with white socks? I'm not being dead ass. I'm being dead ass. Is that like a white boy thing?
I mostly just don't talk to the homeless people. Because it's rare that you'll meet a nice one who isn't just like asking for something. So if most of them are just asking for shit, I don't talk to them. And yeah, and then eventually, inevitably, you'll run into the violent ones as they're angry, and you gotta get ready to either defend yourself or, you know, one or the other.
You're like so sulky right now. Like, I haven't seen someone sulk this hard since when I was in 10th grade. Like, why do you sulk this hard? You fucking freaky. I don't even care, man. My mom thinks hot dogs act like it's wrong, so I'm gonna give a shit.
Alright, yeah, this is fun. Don't want to get down like
Yeah, you fucking nothing. Yeah, I never make eye contact because, yeah, if you make eye contact, then they want to say something to you. So you pretty much pretend they're fucking trash on the side of the road and just don't even look at them.
Come on. I want to be a big man. I want to shoot someone. Come on, give me the...
Come here. Come here. What you doing? Fucking weirdo. What are you doing? Stop it.
It's me! You're Zip! No. I wouldn't miss your wedding for the world! Everybody's...
Look at this. Why do you can't even keep his umbrella around the right way? I haven't touched that umbrella. I haven't touched that umbrella.
A can? A can of what?
Yo, are we stuck? Okay, comrades. Communist comrades.
It's an early night out there. Early day, I mean. Oh man, fucking overwhelmed.
Armed though today? Are you carrying with you right now? I always carry. Okay, you're carrying? Yes. Did you make any statements online that you're going to burn the church or burn the Bible?
Officers are at a church after receiving high alert warnings from a neighborhood county about this man. As they try to stop him from carrying out his deadly plan, they uncover a disturbing that could potentially threaten hundreds of lives.
I'm clear. I'll be in at 124.
It's 10:23 a.m. on September 24th, 2023, and this Prince William County lieutenant in Virginia has received an alert on a possible shooting threat at Park Valley Church in Gainesville. The lieutenant is stationed at the same church to work on a traffic detail. As he drives back toward the church entrance from the parking lot, he has no idea that inside, the church's security team has already noticed something suspicious about one of the visitors. This is 36-year-old Rui Chang. The church's security team immediately finds him suspicious when he walks in around 10:20 a.m. wearing sunglasses on a rainy day and avoiding all greetings. As they keep an eye on him, they notice he keeps glancing up and down at the ceiling, leading them to suspect he's searching for surveillance cameras. Some even believe his sunglasses might contain a hidden recording device. Just as the security staff approaches Jang for a conversation, the lieutenant arrives, and soon, Jang's disturbing plan begins to unfold.
Hey, sir, how are you? Should I talk to you outside a minute? Yeah, sure. All right, cool. How are you today? I'm doing good. You sure? Yeah. What's happening?
He
Let's go over here if you don't mind.
Well, he wants me to leave, so I showed him my ID.
Okay.
And I am actually leaving now.
Okay.
So
Can I talk to you
I
over
know
here?
some things.
Can I talk to you over here?
Yeah.
God, I fucking hate ads. Shut the fuck up.
What's going on? Are you on?
I am.
Are you armed today?
I am a legal carrier.
Come on over here.
Okay.
Okay.
Whatever you want to know.
Are you armed though today? Are you carrying with you right now?
I always carry.
Okay, you're carrying?
Yes.
Okay.
So if you want, I can leave the premises. I don't have to, come back or.
Okay, look,
Yes, I can show you. I'm gonna reach into my wallet.
Okay, where's your weapon?
It's on my right side. Can I put this on the ground?
So yeah, you can put the coffee down over here.
I'm shuffling around.
Yeah, that's fine. Well, the reason why I got called is I got a call about you coming to the church. If there was some type of possible threat or something.
No. Here's my ID, and then
Okay.
if you wanted to see that, so maybe I should take this off too.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So.
Do you mind just pulling your jacket up so I can see where you're? Can I?
Yeah, you don't want to.
You mind if I check?
Yeah, that's okay. You can
Okay.
feel it. You know.
Technically, you can't have a weapon on church property.
It's not allowed unless you're authorized by the church.
Yeah, you can't carry on church property or
Even
school
you
property.
conceal, not
Correct.
when it's shown.
Correct. Anytime.
I'm sorry about that. I did not.
You don't know that?
I did not know. I thought.
You have to take
I
a test
thought.
to get this.
I thought you can't enter.
You
like,
can't have a
government buildings in
You
DC.
can't have a
Like
weapon
museums.
on church property
I'm
or
sorry.
school property.
I did not
anytime,
know.
whether
I did
it's a
not.
weapon or not.
I didn't know that.
Okay. Just don't reach for your weapon at all.
No.
If you will, I will take action. You
Yeah,
understand
I
that?
understand that.
So how did I get contact with you today? Why am I contacting you today?
I think, I don't know.
You don't
I
know?
think it was because we were caught.
No.
Like, he's staff.
No. I got an alert from Fairfax County about you coming to the church. Did you make a threat to the church?
No,
That you're gonna,
I did not make
you
it.
didn't make any
I
type of
did not
threat?
make threats.
The night before, on September 23rd, Jang posted a photo to his Instagram with the caption, "Welcome to Park Valley Church," attended by many top secret government clearance holders in the area. From this day forward, you will know that this is how you all repaid me. Blood will be on your hands. The post quickly raised concern for one of Jang's friends, who reported it to the authorities. Now, as the lieutenant and
does
other
this work,
officers
bro?
begin talking to Jang, they'll soon realize that the post was
It's funny how every time I stream and get a bunch of new followers, I always end up losing like 20 followers by the next day. So I was up to 6,294 followers by the end of last night. And by today I have, so I only gained, wait, let me check this. 6,294. Now what is it at? Wait, what? Is that what it's at? No, that's views. I'm tripping. Wait. This does not help at all. Okay, I guess I didn't get a screenshot of the fucking. Okay, this 3779 is at the top that it was at. 3779. Okay, never mind then.
uncovers the surface of a much deeper and more troubling situation.
I sent an email to, I think, asking for donation refund.
Who?
I don't know his last name.
Okay.
Somebody, as part of
the church?
Yes,
Here?
I asked for a donation refund and they returned it to me, so.
Okay.
They returned it last
So why are you
night.
here today then?
Because I want to see what it's like again to be here.
Okay. So you made a donation, you requested a refund back?
Because, yeah, I feel like the relationship was kind of ruined.
We're here at the church?
Yeah, because I got very angry, not that kind of angry, but I got, in my email I said, I would like...
24 I'm out, the subject, if you could keep one more unit coming, I'm at the front entrance. Subject is on. Yeah.
So, I made no threat then. I am no threat then. I was actually very grateful at first, early on, and that's why I started making donations, 10% of every paycheck. And it was an automatic donation, but on the bottom of the paper, 90-day tithing challenge, it said if your life doesn't improve after 90 days, ask for your refund. So what happened was nearly the next day after my first donation, life started going downhill really fast. And I don't know, in the next couple of weeks later, I got a very bad infection that almost went to my eye. I got laid off from my job, this and that. And,
how does that deal with the church then?
It's a spiritual thing. It's kind of like, it's not a direct connection, but I felt like these people that I've met, they said, oh, I was sent by God, or people would say these, spiritual things to me, and then I kind of make an indirect connection. So I think, okay, well, now I want my refund back. And they sent it back to me.
While Jang discusses the refund issue with the church, the tone in his email is far more hostile, laced with profanities.
Use Kayak's best time to travel tool to find the perfect time to go wherever you're going. Then, do what people do. Get distracted shopping for sun hats, celebrities in sun hats, celebrity homes, lawn ornaments. What were you doing again? Oh yeah, back to Kayak for a great deal.
Vistaprint prints everything to get your brand in front of your fans, like t-shirts, water bottles, and totes, so everyone can gift it, work in it, and take it. Whether it's one of a kind or one for your whole team, if you need it, we print it with 20% off for new customers at Vistaprint.com.
That's a good smell.
I feel like because I got my...
Yeah, I always get kind of jealous when I smell some grilling meat. Because I'm like, oh shit, that sounds so... Oh, that'd be so delicious right now.
The story.
Do you have your license on you, handy?
Yeah. Well, I gave it. You have it right there.
Oh, I'm sorry, that's right. Okay, I just was looking at that. Do you still live on...
Yes.
Okay.
Like
So what's your intentions today? Who did you send a message to on Instagram?
Instagram?
Yeah.
I didn't send anybody a message. I didn't send a direct message to anyone.
I'll take it.
It's not a very active one.
Account, meaning I'm not, usually on there to just, but at the same time, there are some things that I even write in my computer or something. It's not really me. It's more like, I work on video games. I work on short stories. I work on science fiction stories. Some of that, might have a graphic or violent nature. If you look in my emails, these are...
Let's not block the sidewalk. Let's go over here.
So I'm not, I can explain anything.
Okay.
And I can provide any documentation or anything like that. But
So, did you make any statements online or otherwise? That you're going to burn the church or burn the Bible?
I live in a two-bedroom...
I did burn a Bible, and that was my Bible.
Where?
In my house, in the kitchen sink. But I made no threats, as in I'm going to burn, somebody's Bible, or I'm going to say I'm going to do such and such action. No.
That's cool.
As you said before, I don't even know some of these people. I don't even think I met. But he was just.
Well, how do you know?
Because yeah, because I don't know. I don't remember his face, but because I attended online lectures.
What does he look like?
I don't remember. I know he's white. I don't remember what the other.
Does he have hair? No hair?
I don't remember. I just have that his email in my. I think he contacted me and said something about Jesus a while back. We had a good relationship, with the church and everything. When everything started going downhill, that's when I started making indirect connection.
While Jay downplays his personal frustrations in conversation, his Instagram posts from the night before paint a very different picture. He blamed the government for failing to care for him after more than 11 years of service, during which he had sacrificed his entire youth. In his posts, he spoke of blood on your hands, framing the system as responsible for the actions he was planning, claiming he had been used as a pawn and that his loyalty was never appreciated.
You mind if I secure your weapon for a minute?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Do whatever.
Is that
I have a
just
knife
for my
right there,
safety?
too. I have a knife right there too.
Okay, just don't reach in.
I'm not gonna. I was trying
Keep
to.
your hand up where I can see.
I was just trying to.
Just hold yourself still.
All right.
I'm just gonna secure this until we're done, okay?
Sure. Do what you gotta do.
Okay.
Do what you gotta do.
All right, just sit tight.
Do what you have.
You have anything else on you? I'm gonna bet you down for my safety.
Did you get my knife?
I got it.
Did you get my knife?
Yes, I have it.
Oh.
Just leave him where he is. I got his weapon. He's good enough right now.
Oh.
There's enough of us here.
There might be something sharp in the wall.
I don't know. When I first moved into this studio, I thought it was too small. And I still do, but I kind of got used to it a little bit.
Wonder be back. You disgusting human being. Tommy, I can't understand you. You're mumbling. You gotta come closer.
Why is this dude filming this fucking retard? That dude's so fucking insufferable. Here comes all the retards building up their little camp for the night.
What's up with that planner? Might get somebody arrested. Spooky scary. Might get you.
Today is fucked already.
You just stay right now. You don't have anything else on you? No. I'm just standing down. What do you have here?
That's probably first aid kit. You can reach into my pocket.
You mind?
Yeah, go real quick.
I just don't want to get sharp or anything.
I don't think so.
Huh?
I don't think so. No, there's nothing else. Like we have portable batteries for my cell phone. That's my cell phone. That's my cell phone.
Yes.
That's my cell phone.
You want to put it in yours? I'll put it in yours. No problem. You got an extra round?
That's not going to do any damage anyway.
Oh, really?
Because you have my.
Okay.
Yeah, I got a few more subs, but every time I wake up, I lose subs. So I got more, but I lost some too.
And I always keep one in my car, maybe a pepper spray.
I'm going to just sit you in here a minute. Okay?
Am I under arrest?
I think you're detained. You're not under arrest.
Okay.
But I want to sort what we have here.
Yeah, we can sort it out.
Okay? You don't have anything else on you. I'm going to take these off yet.
Okay. Sorry, I forgot about that. Let me think about it. I don't think I can.
Sure?
Those are my.
Yeah, I'm going to hold on to these.
Yeah, that's not a knife.
You have anything else?
And sometimes find anxiety, you know.
You ever thought about hurting yourself or anything?
I am on. No, hurting myself not as much in the past, more so, but
Thought about hurting others?
no. A couple maybe
Yeah,
two
I
months
have.
ago, I was on antidepressants.
I have
You thought about hurting
actually.
yourself?
There were times.
Yeah, I thought about
where
it all,
when I had
bro.
an infection where I thought, you know, damn,
Kill everybody.
this is a pretty bad life.
How long ago was that?
First arrest.
Maybe a month ago.
Did you talk to anybody about this?
Yeah, not really, no therapist. I didn't want to really bother my family or anyone else with this
Okay.
stuff.
So,
Denny's has 5 slams starting at $5. Full meals, stacked high and under budget. 5 slams starting at $5? It's even like a gene.
Have you come here today for any reasons to hurt anybody or yourself?
No.
You come to a church armed. And you're not on the security team and you're not working with me.
I go to a lot of places armed, so I can't.
Okay, well you have to know where you can and can't carry arms.
That I should.
Correct? You should know that, correct?
Yes.
If you're a concealed weapon. Alright? Just sit tight for me, okay? You know, like I said, you're not under arrest, you're being detained right now for your safety and mine, and then we'll go from there with the car, okay?
In an Instagram chat with a friend back in August, Jang had expressed his desire to live his 20s and his 30s, reflecting on the sacrifices he'd made for the government and yearning for normal experiences like dating and falling in love. His frustration only grew when these attempts failed, and as his friend tried to reason with him, his aggressive delusions resurfaced. Eventually, the friend blocked him, saying she was scared of him.
Yeah. It's a 2-door Mercedes coupe. What's this? What's this?
Air tracker?
Is this like a AirPod Touch or AirTag? So what is this? Huh? What is this?
Oh, that's a tracker for my wallet.
Okay. Like an AirTag?
Yes.
Okay.
You want to know some things that I've said and some.
You work for the government?
I did. But
So how long ago?
I was laid off on August 17th.
Why do you still have an ID?
That because I am waiting for them to collect it.
Huh?
I'm waiting for them to collect it. That was actually from a previous employer. I sent them an email, my security officer, a while back.
This is expired in a week.
I'm not using that, sir.
I understand.
And some of the things I probably said or to friends or family, I'm really just asking for help. I kind of a call for help.
Okay, looks like you want some help.
Yeah.
You want to go see a therapist today?
See, that's the problem. I don't think I can afford that.
Okay, well, we can
So,
get
you know,
one.
maybe tomorrow.
Would you
Maybe
want-
I
would
haven't
you
heard
want us
myself.
Would you want us to have you talk to one? It appears to me that you're asking you want to talk to somebody today. I can get you there.
I don't. Maybe I should just contact my family.
124. Do we have a co-responder working by any chance today?
I've never heard anybody. You can look at my background. I've never hurt myself. I have had, depressive episodes in the past, and they were pretty bad. But even then, I never hurt anybody. So you can check my background.
Okay.
Check everything.
All right, give me a minute. Okay.
Teacher, I'll ask you, I want my money back. I'm going to get a copy of that. My wife's Pastor Bear's
How long ago was
assistant. Number 2 days ago.
Okay.
Might have been Friday.
Because we got this through Fairfax, and they give us a description of a car, but not color and the tags. And then here he is. He's in the church. The code doesn't allow for someone to carry on church property unless a good reason, and he doesn't have a good reason. And it's your property. I'm assuming you don't want to hear it. No.
With it.
So do you want us to trespass him?
Yes.
On top of everything else we're going to do?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
We'd like for you to have some.
Yeah. Well, he
never can tell what you've done.
Did he have a concealed?
See, you volunteered to come in.
No.
Did he have a concealed?
Yeah, he has a concealed, but not in the state of mind that he's in. Yeah, so let me sort through this.
Yeah, all right.
We'll start with trespass, we'll work our way up.
Now, as the unit moves to the other side of the parking lot to inspect Jang's car, they discover the ammunition, pepper spray, and 2 knives he had mentioned, along with several other items. While he has been cooperative, the officers cannot ignore the troubling plans he hinted at the night before regarding the church.
You know about this? I don't think so. The sheet? No. Clear spray? You think we should take it or not? No. Spray? Yeah. Well, we can spray it out. That's it. We'll take it. What do we got? So it had a backpack, well, what stuff is
So
there?
in this backpack was the,
Do you want to take
case?
this and put the gun in it? Or we can't put that in there? No, there's no sense of us taking it.
I'm not gonna take that. I have the package.
Does it say what range he was going to?
Can a personal loan unlock your ambitions? Oh yeah. Consolidate bad debt and save money for your next goal. Take a swing
Debt
at your
consolidation.
Meant that literally. Or design your actual dream wedding. All your ambitions all in one app. SoFi personal loans, low fixed rates, borrow up to $100K, no fees required. Go to SoFi.com to view your rate. SoFi, get your money right.
To shoot, because he's got a target there.
He's got ammo over here.
Let's take all of his ammo too.
Take that too.
Yeah.
CSP, and we'll have to call your work cell.
What is it? The ESRO, is that what we serve as residents?
Yes, to secure more weapons.
Oh, so if he was like a Prince William resident, we could do
Yeah. Well, we can't go out there.
Yeah.
So this backpack just has a gun case in it and nothing else.
Yeah, it looks to me like probably like a range bag. That's where he had his headphones in. What did he act like when you took the picture? Was he acting scared? Or?
He was just a little subdued.
I expected to find more concerning things. Nothing in here? Did you rummage through it? Okay, good.
During a later search of his residence, investigators discovered a disturbing letter in which Jang claimed he had worked as a political assassin for the government for 11 years, only to be repaid with nothing for his service and loyalty. The letter detailed his struggles with love and intimacy and his growing belief that there was no point in fulfilling one's duties. Jang wrote that his actions were not politically or religiously motivated, and that his soon-to-be victims were not targeted in advance. He even apologized to the families of the slain men for what he had done and what he was about to do. The letter ended with a chilling sign-off. Until next lifetime.
All right, sir. Based on everything that's transpired here this morning, it is our determination that you are suffering from some type of undiagnosed mental illness at this point, and we're going to take you into custody in an emergency custody order to get you evaluated by the Community Services Board. It is up to them to determine whether or not you will remain in custody or not, but for all intents and purposes right now, you are on an EC.
Oh, what is that?
Emergency custody order to take you to go get mentally evaluated.
Okay.
Okay? Because we've determined that you're a danger to yourself and others at this point.
Okay.
So we're gonna go down to the hospital, and I'm gonna have someone from the Community Services Board come over and get on there. We're gonna move over here, and I'm gonna check your person again before we go down there.
After being examined at the hospital and receiving medical clearance, Jang is taken to the station for questioning. It's there that he realizes the investigators know everything, and he desperately tries to talk his way out of it.
I was a software engineer.
How long did you work there?
A little over a year.
And when did you stop?
I think it was August 17th of this year. It's around.
And is that because the contract ended or because something happened at work or something?
It was, I got laid off. It was terminated.
Okay. And was the termination, was that from performance or just because they were cutting back or?
So the letter was performance. I was not expecting it, but the letter was performance. I have not talked to them since.
That you were going through something mental health wise that you needed to make them aware of?
Yes, I was going through depression and I got myself a antidepressant prescription leading up to that.
So you were having some issues before then, just kind of dealing with your depression?
Yeah.
Have you been formally diagnosed with anything or?
I would say I was formally diagnosed with depression, but I don't have a therapist or anything.
So it's just like a regular doctor?
Yeah, not so much a regular doctor. We don't really do visits or physicians, physicals or anything like that. I'm not in contact with a regular doctor, but in terms of the prescriptions, I found that helps on some days when I take it, including my ADHD prescription. So I think it's definitely an issue with some depression related chemicals or something.
What do you take that you think helps?
It helps sometimes, but I don't take it consistently. Come see what was going on. I kind of wanted to mend relations. I wanted to see what God had in store for me. It was kind of a spiritual thing.
The reason that we're trying to talk to you to begin with this morning is because somebody had pointed us to your social media postings and had some concerns about exactly what was going on with you. Can you kind of explain to us your postings and kind of what your thought process was for those?
Yes. And if it sounds like an excuse, I'm not making excuses. I know, looking back, I should not have posted that, and definitely not publicly. When I posted it, I did not think my intention was not to scare anyone or cause terror, so I'm sorry about that. That really was not my intention. So I would say there are multiple motivations behind posting it. Some of it might, make sense. Some of it might seem crazy, and if it does, I'd be happy to elaborate. So. So after everything kind of happened all at once. First it was, I made the donations, which I was very happy to make. I didn't gloat about it, I didn't tell family about it, I was happy to make it. But I remember reading, there was something on the 90-day tithing challenge, the donation challenge that I caught, and it said, if it works out for you, great. If it doesn't work, or something like, if it doesn't work out for you, ask for a refund. That's not, why would we ever ask for a refund? But it always stuck with me. And then it was almost like, as soon as I made the donation, the weeks after, which isn't a long time, I would say things started falling apart, which have no relevance to the church. It's not like they came down here and got me sick, right? That's impossible. So it's not anything specific directed towards anyone at the church. Nobody at that church is some divine being or, powerful enough to do that, or why would they even want to? So it's, for example, after I made the donation, I think it was after, relationships started falling apart. Around that time, I got a very nasty, unexpected tooth infection around here, that I had to do, that my dentist, had to send me over to the surgeon because she said it was going to stretch my eye and cause blindness. So we had to go ahead and cut that out in that morning. That was one of the things that came up. And then of course later there was, I would say, just relationships, and then there was a period of long-term, I would say, loneliness that caused my depression. I would say that would have been the biggest factor towards depression.
Even as Jank starts spilling information, hoping to get out of trouble, his anger and violent intentions are all too clear to the detectives.
The way I kind of got mad at God, right? So, not mad at the church, because they could not have done any of that. So I thought, I got mad at God. I'm thinking, spiritually thinking, I'm doing all this praying and commitment, and it's not like I'm not asking for my life to get better, but it felt like my life was getting a lot worse. So the reason for the posts, I'm not saying it's right, I'm saying that was the motivation behind some of these posts, or I would even say all of these posts, was kind of a way to just scream out loud at God. And I regret making it public. Some people advise me you should just write a journal, which I do sometimes, but or put it in a prayer when you say it alone. Don't let anyone hear you, just for people. So I regret making it public. That really should have been something I kept to myself. The reason I tagged the church, I think this question came up earlier at the hospital. They asked, and I think it's a very valid question. They asked, not the church, but I think the lady at the hospital asked me, why did you post pictures of the church, or something like that, or why did you, it seemed like you were addressing the church. So I need to explain that. First, I did not make any statements or phone calls or any text or anything to the church or anyone at the church in any threatening way. That was never my intention. Second, I needed a point of reference, because first, Instagram doesn't let us post things without a picture. It's not like Twitter. You could just write something, whatever crap, and then post it. They need a picture. So I needed a point of reference. The other alternative was to post a picture of the Bible and still say what I said, which I shouldn't have done either. But if I had done that, I would have, I needed a point of reference. I already burned a Bible, which also I posted a video of me setting a Bible on fire in my kitchen, in a pot.
When did that happen?
I think it was yesterday.
Okay.
And perhaps, I really think it was a big misunderstanding. Not on your part, but on whoever reported it, because at the hospital, I overheard, someone asked me to clarify. They said, did you want to burn the church down? And I said, when did I say that, you know? And so, no, what I posted on Instagram was me burning the Bible. The Bible did not even belong to that church. I got it from a different church years ago, and there's now no any connection with me in that church. So to me, that was best depicted, which is a bad idea, but that was best depicted through a Bible or through a picture that God can refer back to me, and that would be, you know, that church. That is pretty much the only Christian church that I consider myself a member of. So,
when did you take the pictures of the church?
I would say last night.
So were you there at the church all night in your car, or did you go home at some point?
I drove around in the rain. I drove around. I was very, I guess, just spiritually, I was very confused as to.
What time do you think you got to the church this morning?
Maybe around 10, I think.
10 this morning?
Yes.
And so between like 10 and 11 and 9 and 10 this morning, you were at the church, or you were driving around?
I would say I arrived at the church in my car, in their parking lot entrance area. I would say around maybe 10 or 10:12. I remember looking at the clock, and I thought, oh wow, they already started service already, because I think it was 10 o'clock. So I remember looking at the clock, and I think it was around 10 or 10:12 that I got into the parking lot.
And so have you slept at all since last night, or?
I fell asleep maybe around 7 or 8 p.m. Accidentally. I wasn't trying to fall asleep, but I remember waking up maybe around 10 or 11 p.m.
And that's when you left your apartment?
Yeah.
And you haven't slept since then? This morning, maybe around the early morning, I would say any time from 5 to 7 a.m.
I fell asleep, maybe it was a quick nap, I don't remember how long.
Okay. And do you remember where you were parked at that time?
Yes, I was in my apartment on my futon.
This morning?
Yes.
From 5 to 7?
Yes, anytime from 5 to 7 or 8 a.m.
And have you taken any drugs or alcohol or anything?
No.
You know, you show up to a church with a firearm after posting some concerning things on the internet, you know, including, you know, a picture of you with that gun and a picture of, it looks like you went to the range. Have you been to the range with your gun before?
I have.
Okay. So you see where the concern
I do.
lies with people, and it looks like a threat to anybody who looks at it. So that's kind of why we're involved. And, you know, our job is not only to investigate crimes, but to make sure that you're okay, you know, mental health wise. So, you know, we appreciate you kind of talking to us and giving us the background on kind of where you're at. But I think our main concern is, you know, what led you to post, you know, those things with the weapon and then bring the weapon to the church this morning.
Sure, I can explain that.
Okay.
If you have any questions, I'd be happy to answer. If any part of the explanation sounds unbelievable or crazy, just please ask me to elaborate. Let me start off with the easy part. I feel it's why I brought a weapon. I have a concealed carry permit. I would say I'm naturally a kind of a paranoid person, not in a, you know, sneak around corners kind of way, but I just try to have situational awareness at all times. If I'm not carrying a gun, I am carrying a knife or pepper spray. In the past, when I would date someone, I would buy them pepper spray all the time, even if they didn't want to be like, hey, you need some of this stuff. So I have that, you know, as I have receipts from that too. I keep a flashlight, and for example, just a quick example, I've got flashlights in the car, multiple flashlights, and then one in every room, and stuff like that. That's just how I've been. So the thing with the weapon, I understand when you combine that with the post and this and that, it's just a horrible idea. And I also did not know you could not bring a gun into church. I knew, because I thought if I had a concealed carry permit, I knew I could not bring it into museums or government property. I did not know it, you know, I thought churches were private or non-profit. So I really did not know that. And that's something I would not do again. So that was the reason. As for having magazines, I keep one in the car. And so there should be, you know, pepper spray in the car too, as well as a knife. To me, these are self-defense items.
So those are always things that you have in your vehicle?
Yes.
Okay.
It isn't that simple though. Not only had
Hey everybody, it's Tony Robbins. Listen, I've spent the last 43 years now working with people all over the world in 100 countries to show them how they can improve their lives. I'm obsessed with this question of what makes the difference in the quality of people's lives. You know, why is it so many
had Jang been to a shooting range, but that morning, he posted an Instagram photo with the caption, "I'm going to exterminate you in this life and the next. For what you did to me and for what you actively deny me. So you better neutralize me when I respawn." Ending the message with another cuss word.
It sounded like from your posts from...
That's the problem. I need a beer, a coffee, and a dab. Then maybe I'd feel better. But until then, I gotta go get that stuff.
Yelling at God, and to be kind of it's hard to describe, but it's also kind of saying, hey, you know, I'm really going through a lot of pain here. But it's kind of like also like trying to make it in a jestful way. I don't mean that. It is absolutely not meant to be serious.
But you know that making those posts public, other people were going to see them, right?
Yes. And that's where I admit it was a very bad idea. But I did not intend to cause harm or to threaten or to scare anyone.
It's going. How about you?
I thought it was just made in jest. My standards
Chilling out
have
for a
gone
little
really
bit.
down. I think, for example, I think there's music that sings about politicians. There's rappers.
Fucking kind of stressed. I need some breakfast and shit. So I gotta go to the store. Yeah, been nice. You too, bro. Yeah, the night is fastly approaching. I gotta do something. I wanna move. I guess I could make a list or something.
Curse them out, or even yelling about doing violent things to them, or stuff like that. So I thought, oh, well, then I could probably make this joke too, right? Not like I never made a joke to harm someone, but I'm thinking, well, what I said is probably kind of funny compared to what is actually being said out there, and they seem to be fine with it. So I did not intend to have that ever be taken in a serious way. So.
One of the concerns that I had when I was looking at these posts, when I'm looking at the things that you write there, is that you're using language like, I'm going to exterminate you, mentioning that, ending this life, talking about mentioning when you respawn. You mentioned that bit where you're grateful to the women who have been in your life, and you say, see you in the next one. You were making very finalized statements. Like, you've made a plan, you've come to a determination in your mind, this is the end of this track, this course of action that you created, and at the same time you're taking pictures of yourself with a gun in your hand, and you're pointing at a church. So I know that you said Instagram doesn't let you post stuff without a picture, but you're accompanying those pictures with words, and those words...
I don't know, man. Supplements are expensive, but eventually I'll get some.
Very direct and straightforward and descriptive. And that's, again, I know that the detectives told you that that's why we're here. We need to make sure that no one's in danger. And I'm still stuck on that. I'm still confused as to why you're specifically mentioning things like exterminating people and ending your own life. It's concerning.
Sure. I can explain that. It might sound a little crazy. Again, this is the part that I haven't said yet. I think I was building up to it. I talked a little bit about creative pursuits as a way of venting. Of course, it's not a way to excuse anything, but as a way of venting. I know in the past, when I was younger, an example would have been, not an accurate, complete example, but just in general. Let's say if I were to miss someone, or if I was just really angry at something that happened, I would try to...
No worries. I mean, I just gotta budget it out. I forgot to take my supplements last night.
Write a very, almost like a vivid dream kind of way, like a very, I like to write a lot of fiction. I like to, you can see how you'll...
I feel like the amount of supplements I need is like an insane amount. I need to fucking be taking all types of shit, but... Nah, I mean...
If I could show you, I write a lot of, I made a lot of short films, I made a lot of video games, and plots, and creative writing, and poetry. So all of that is just a way for me to almost fantasize and put myself, like build a completely fictional character, but kind of using my feelings and my experiences. But
yeah, this is my best sweater.
Twisting it in a way where this is a completely different character. In the past, it was a way for me, and I think even now, because I kind of recognize the way I've been doing it, it was a way for me to vent. When I say vent, it sounds like, oh, it always has to be angry. No, it's more like just to put myself in that like a fantasy position of like this character I'm building. Or for example, in the past, when I get angry, I would not necessarily write it down, but in my
I have the Transformers Beast Wars Monopoly board.
mind, I'm almost kind of hard to picture, but building a scene where there's two characters talking and they're fighting or something like that, and it would get extremely vivid. And then part of that I would put into a short film or a video game or write about it. And I'm not saying it also goes back to why I regret making it public or making it the way I did, I think. Or maybe I should have just put it under context and say, okay, well, this is, me venting my frustrations, but through a different, like a completely fictional character. And this is for an upcoming story, or this is for my partially, fiction, but also kind of like a fiction, but based off of my experience kind of story, my, journey with spirituality and failing, how it failed, or where I learned and stuff like that.
Zhang runs his mouth for a couple of more minutes, frantically trying to justify his posts. But the detectives have already heard enough of his ass. Rui Zhang was charged with felony, attempted obstruction in the free exercise of religious beliefs, use of firearm during and relation to a crime of violence, and transmitting threats over the internet. In March 2025, following a 4-day trial, a federal jury found Rui guilty on all accounts. Ultimately, he was sentenced to 25 years in prison and 5 years of supervised release for attempting a mass shooting at a Haymarket church. If your wardrobe's starting to look like evidence from a cold case, it's time for a refresh.
Oh shit. Came into this stream. Is Japan good?
So apparently Japan has been having a lot of problems recently. I think a lot with tourism, people that are trying to go to Japan and cause issues. Obviously there have been people who are foreigners who have moved to Japan and exist there homogeneously and try to respect the culture. This is becoming less of a thing, unfortunately.
Receiving messages from people asking me if Japan is okay, linking a rather ominous sounding video called "What is Happening to Japan?" It wasn't just the title and thumbnail that were ominous, but the description reading, "Is Japan cooked?" I've seen a lot of changes and things seem to be getting worse.
Are they getting cooked?
In an era where I'm now being sent daily AI videos and photos that sorely misrepresent Japan.
So places that don't exist, people that don't exist, disasters that don't exist. And this is also okay, so everything, basically Japan is being turned into a cartoon.
Bizarre and questionable accounts. It made an almost refreshing change to be sent something produced by a human being. And more crucially, a creator who is one of the biggest foreign content creators living in Japan.
Wow.
With 1.4 million subscribers on YouTube alone, and hundreds of thousands more across other social media platforms. In fact, the same video had been chopped up into half a dozen videos without dialogue and shared on Instagram and TikTok, amassing over 3 million views in just a matter of days.
That's a lot of
now,
people.
I was especially concerned, not just as somebody living in Japan or Tokyo, but actually this street where the thumbnail's taken is somewhere I walk down once or twice a week in Nakameguro. One of my favourite coffee shops is just around the corner, and in fact, this video I made earlier in the year was filmed on the same street, albeit at a different angle, not showing the abandoned house. And not to mention, I've actually been living in the neighbourhood myself for the last 3 years.
Oh, wow.
And when I went to take the thumbnail for my video...
So you actually went to the same exact place?
I quickly noticed a few interesting differences between my original ungraded photos and the thumbnail of her video. It is a rather fascinating game of spot the difference.
It's time to ask more of our browser. Hey Copilot, adjust all these recipes for 7 guests and combine them into one.
So are you telling me that she's sitting around there acting like it's that bad and she's photoshopping in extra graffiti?
What? Can you believe that?
That is just...
So naturally I was a bit concerned to find out what is happening to Japan, especially as over 3 million people had seen this message. For half of the runtime of the video, the creator in question
Why?
walked
In order to make it look worse? I mean, maybe that's the only way I could explain it.
through Kabukicho in Shinjuku, Japan's biggest nightlife district, with a reputation for being dirty and gritty, filming bin
Is this
bags,
where the hoes are
litter,
at?
and homeless people. In the short form content, the same videos show the litter being intercut at times with foreign tourists, who are queuing unremarkably to take a photo of the Toho Godzilla statue, although the angle of the statue was left out of the footage.
Sure.
And it's at this point I need to reiterate, if you don't know Japan, Kabukicho or Shinjuku can be a bit of a shock. It's the equivalent of walking through downtown LA or Soho in London. But in recent years, it's been gentrified more than perhaps anywhere in Tokyo. It used to be genuinely quite dangerous. I remember 10 years ago, in a
It
hotel.
sounds a lot like Austin downtown. Like Austin downtown, especially like Rainy Street across the highway, used to be a PvP server, but it had very good loot areas. But now it's just been totally gentrified, and there's just normal people that are walking around. The same thing happened at 6th Street. Well, like 6th Street goes on, right, and it goes across. It goes across I-35, which is the highway here, and then it's like everywhere in that place. Yeah, it's changed a lot.
Reservation there, and had to cancel it after there was a Yakuza shootout quite literally across the road from the hotel. The area is also synonymous with Tokyo's homeless population as far back as 2003, when the film Tokyo Godfathers shone a spotlight on the long-standing homeless population, which, according to the statistics, is thankfully going down. And if you walk around there today, compared to 10 years ago, there are far less homeless people.
He knows this better than I do, so I don't really know if this is accurate, but I always heard that the homeless population in Japan was underrepresented because many of them ended up sleeping in places very late at night. But, that's just what I heard.
Crucially, Kabukicho and Shinjuku doesn't represent Tokyo, it doesn't represent Japan, but if you wanted to make Japan look cooked, it would be the first place you would go, pull out your camera and hit record. The other half of the runtime...
and this is the problem, right, is that a lot of the places in any of these countries, you're going to have shitholes in every country.
Pretty wicked out
Like,
there last night.
you go to the Hamptons, and I'm sure there's going to be places that are shithole.
Yeah, it was, there was some ups and some downs. And a lot of people came out there early today, but right now there's less people. So it's still the late afternoon crowd, and the night crowd hasn't quite shown up yet. My stomach hurts today.
You go to Dubai, and I'm sure there's going to be places that are shitholes. Like, that's just what happens. It's a really big place. Like, I didn't realize like the kind of place Japan was until I watched Sea Dog's marathon, and I'm watching Sea Dog just bike through a place that it's like, oh, this reminds me of where I was growing up. Like, it's not like Japan is some foreign area that is totally built up everywhere like it makes it out in the anime. It's a huge fucking area, like, I don't know, probably hundreds of miles long. I don't know how long it is. Very big. Yeah, there's some places in it that aren't so good. Sure. Duh. I mean, it's the same thing with Portland or Chicago here in America. Everybody says Portland and Chicago are so bad. Well, yeah, of course they're bad. There are places that are bad, for sure. But also, there are places that are good. And you can find terrible places in every city. That's just the way it is, because that's human nature. So, yeah, I think it's a very complex issue. And it does seem like people are trying to intentionally make it worse in order to create a degree of sensationalism.
Yeah.
You got here first. You did it.
Nah, she's right there.
Good morning, guys.
in these videos was dedicated to Nakameguro, a trendy district that's historically one of Tokyo's most artistic neighbourhoods. And with a recent history of graffiti, both artistic and just tagging, where people just spray paint their name. A few years ago, I think it was 2019, there was quite a lot of graffiti, and the local schools got together to paint over it, and then the graffiti came back again. But when Japanese TV made a video on it, interviewing locals, interestingly, they didn't intercut it with shots of Asia's biggest nightlife district and call it What is Happening to Japan. They called it Residents Express Discomfort at 37 graffiti sites found around Nakameguro Station. And maybe that's why, despite like having.
I think that, like, again, I have kind of a more, like, I really like the artistic art that people will do, and there's like a couple of pretty iconic ones that we have here in Austin that are like, I don't know, it sounds stupid, but they're like noteworthy graffitis that are just in the city, and I wouldn't want to see them all get painted over. But the problem is you have every retard and every retard's retarded friend. Terry was here, Barry was here, Bill was here, Ted was here, like Mark was here. It's just fuck. Do we need to have all of these?
No.
Just draw a flower. Right? Low effort shit. Yeah. These nuts was here. It's annoying.
Twice the number of subscribers. They only got 100,000 views instead of almost 500,000. Silly traditional.
So he's trying to make he's trying to make the obvious criticism that the girl who's doing this is basically peddling extremism and alarmism in order to get more people to talk about it. I feel like this example is okay, but this is also an example that's in Japanese. And so you can't really compare that to an English video, but, you know, it's not that big of a deal. I think what he's saying fundamentally is true.
Media attempting to present news in an objective manner in 2025. And so at this point you might be thinking, okay, right, so what's happened to Japan?
Is Japan cooked?
Lean in. Come closer, come in.
Okay.
That was it. That was literally it. In a country of 120 million people, they were all cooked because of some bin bag.
It's over?
How does Freshpet make healthy food for dogs? The same way you make healthy food for people. Start here.
On farms like mine.
Plant the seeds, tend to the soil, feed the...
In a red light district and
Oh, no!
spray paint on a wall down 6 or 7 streets in the capital city. And while the YouTube video was 15 long, stupid minutes I'll never get back, it was the short form content that really concerned me. We live in a scary time when more people now than ever before learn things about countries and cultures from 30 to 60-second videos without context, and where the more sensationalist the videos are, the more you will be rewarded for it.
Yeah,
people are angry, both in Japan and around the world at the moment. And this video, or these videos, seem to be exceptional rage bait that made a lot of people angry. Without any exposition on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube Shorts, they showed a series of awful images in a densely populated area. And if you look at the comments...
It's collapsing. Graffiti, writing on the walls, American athlete. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of like rage. I do think that, and this is going to be a big read, and I know people are going to disagree with this, but I think that if you're going to be honest, you have to see where I'm coming from. I think a lot of this does absolutely have a racial connotation. There is a racial connotation to this. And again, I think every country, no country has an obligation to bring in every race of every person. However, there is absolutely a racial connotation to it as well, and they are playing into it.
Sections, particularly on those shorts, you will see the most vile, hateful, angry
Is that what they're
comments
calling
that you
it?
can find. A creator isn't responsible for what people
Yeah, and you can see here again, cultural enrichment, graffiti, foreigners, immigrants, globalization. I think that, again, these are primarily Westerners that are unhappy about this happening in their country, and they're seeing what they perceive to it be happening. Like, for example, like, and it makes sense, right? Because, like, you have a lot of Westerners that, you know, they have their country that's being overrun by migrants in Europe, let's say, and they hate this, and then they're seeing it happen to Japan too, and they're like, well, fuck, this shouldn't be happening to you guys either because this is happening to us. But the problem is that the information that they're getting fed is curated in a way that's misleading in order to make them more angry. You see kind of what I'm saying here? You do the same shit? Well, I've actually been pretty... my policy with this is I don't know, like, I feel like I've been pretty simple with the way that I look at it. I'm super simple with it. I wouldn't let any of them in, period. Done. Nope. Doesn't matter. Yeah. Of course. That's my viewpoint.
on their content, but subtle choices, the way the images and clips are cut and edited together with the message that goes with it can have a very powerful effect. As somebody who's edited over 300 videos, I'm more aware of that than anyone. The most unsettling thing is it's a bit easier to monetize sensationalist slop content. And if you do it, you'll be richly rewarded for it. Case in point, this video, the creator pointed out, made $1,500.
That's it?
Is a seriously impressive amount of money. Going around filming some bin bags and some spray paint in a video that would have taken a matter of hours to record. And this is one of the things that worries me the most, the monetization of slop sensationalist content. That's one thing.
I don't think that's really anything new, unfortunately. I think that...
No, I don't have a helmet. Carton of milk with you. Is the weather supposed to clear up? Yeah, ish. I don't know. I never really checked the weather today. So, right now it has a 52. Oh wait, no. So it says it's gonna be raining, I guess, all night. But I have an umbrella. Yeah. So right now at 5 p.m. there's an 83% chance of rain, so pretty sure it's gonna rain right now. Then 5:15, 71% chance, 5:30, 68% chance, 6 p.m., 65% chance. Then, yeah, so it's pretty much gonna rain all night until 2 a.m. Then it goes down to a 32% chance. Keep your phone dry. Yeah, well.
The mainstream media has been doing this for years, and sensationalizing media is obviously it's going to be more entertaining, it's going to be more interesting because it's going to get more people to watch, right? That's why anything that happens, it's always dialed up a little.
But yeah, I need to that was a good sneeze.
More with the media, because the media can use that in order to push some sort of agenda, to get people scared, and that way they keep watching the news again. There's always these different techniques that they use in order to effectively control your emotions and your mind. Why does it matter if she's portraying Japan intentionally in a bad way? People can just dislike the video. Well, nobody's saying that she's not allowed to post the video. I don't think he's saying she shouldn't be allowed to post it. I think that it's just a criticism of misrepresenting things. I think that we can all collectively come together and say that misrepresenting things is a bad idea. That's all there is to it. It's not like take Japan out of the context. Take immigrants out of the context. When you're misrepresenting things, it's a bad idea. It's not even misrepresenting a straight line. Yeah, and I'm not talking about like, we've made AI thumbnails of like somebody crying or something like that. And you could say, oh, that's too much. Like personally, I don't really care about that. Other people do, that's up to them. But I try not to misrepresent things in the video intentionally.
Discuss a little bit later on. It's at this point I thought, look, just don't say anything, bite your tongue, move on. But when I saw millions upon millions of views, people angry, a current backdrop of sensationalist slop content taking over, and a rise in anti-foreign sentiment here in Japan, I snapped. I had to say something. I chose to bring attention to it publicly. And I quickly received 2 replies. The first was from a guy who posted a photo of some graffiti he saw in 1993, pointing out graffiti has always been around in Tokyo. And
it's the same thing. I mean, like same thing here in Austin.
Comment was from the content creator herself, who told me to take it down. This was now a creator on creator matter, and they were just a humble creator with a GoPro.
Bitch, shut the fuck up. You're sitting around there talking shit, starting trouble, making videos, fucking photoshopping in a thumbnail to make it look worse. You're sitting around trying to tell him not to criticize you. What do you mean? You stepped into the arena. You are in the public space. Welcome to the fucking show. Quit being a bitch. That's the way it goes. You want to go and cry about it. It leads to creator-on-creator harassment. Oh no, I'm being harassed. No, you're not. You're being reminded that you're a fucking liar. People are trying to help you.
Riley Brennan was last seen in Shelby Oaks.
My sister's not dead. You should be proud of her.
Get the fuck out. What a joke. Any criticism is harassment. Yeah, bro, get the fuck out of here. What a joke.
How conveniently forgetting they were one.
Yeah, and thank you. And he even says right here, if you're not willing to have your public opinions scrutinized, then don't bother making them publicly for cheap views. You're entitled to your opinion as anonymized. Exactly, yeah. You can't stand the heat.
No, dumbass.
Get out of the kitchen. That's the way it goes.
The biggest foreign content creators in Japan. Now, I think if you are a large content creator, both literally and metaphorically, you should be willing to accept a degree of scrutiny. I know I do. Every time I release a video, people attack me for various things. And if I see something that I believe misconstrues reality, then I'm going to call it out as well. Preferably no less than 6 hours.
Pussy boy, get in the ring with me. Get in the ring with me. Get in the ring with me. Pussy boy, get in the ring with me. I told you, I will give you $500 if you get in the ring. It's that simple. We'll get a ring, I'll get in there. I'll empty it. You'll see drugs. We'll see how tough you are. We'll see how tough you are. We'll see how tough you are. See how you play with that. See how you play with that. See how you play. We'll see how tough you are. I'll even come to that shithole Alabama. Alright, pussy boy, they know pussy boy. I'll even come to that shithole Alabama. Alright, pussy boy, they know pussy dog. Here, bitch, pussy ball. Pussy ball, pussy ball, pussy that's right. Here, bitch, pussy ball. Pussy ball, pussy ball. Which one's a pussy boy? Moon boy, up, male high. Moon boy, up, male high. Which one's a pussy boy? Moon boy, up, male high. Moon boy, little problem, and let me show you. He's got a slight little problem, small little problem, not a big deal. Let me show you. Put the boy on up mailbox. Put the boy on up mailbox. Gets the strap on, pocket arrives for safety. Put the boy on up mailbox. That's right. Here, bitch, put the ball. Put the ball. That's right. Here, bitch, put the ball. Put the ball. Which one's a pussy boy? Moon boy up mailbox. Moon boy up mailbox. Which one's a pussy boy? Moon boy up mailbox. Moon boy up mailbox. Which one's a pussy boy? Why were you just go get your mailbox fixed so you get mail? Although I thought you get mail there anyway. But that's about it. There's one more I'm going to show you of the neighborhood, but it's not really that complimentary. Yeah, really. I told the world old school. I don't believe in anonymity. Guys! I'm doing a drag spooky hour. Who's the monster? 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 When you don't even do a nice thing for somebody that you should so many times. Who's the monster? He had my mother's picture up there for a month, and they told him it was okay. Who's the monster? I called Chitway's dad to ask him to wheel it in. Then I'm the bad guy. Who's the monster? I find it hysterical that I'm the monster. I'm the monster. I'm the monster. I'm the monster. Who's the monster? 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 I'm the monster. Who's the monster? 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 I'm the monster. Call me Dukezilla. Who's the monster? I'm a monster, right? I'm the monster. Call me Frankenfinger. Who's the monster? I'm a monster, right? I'm the monster. Call me Dukezilla. Who's the monster? I'm a monster, right? I'm the monster. Call me Frankenfinger. Who's the monster? I'm a monster, right? I'm the monster. Who's the monster? 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 I'm the monster. Who's the monster? 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 I'm the monster.
Fuck you, John. Fuck you. Fuck you, John.
Bill! Scola!
It's time for the Uncle Rico Show. It's time for the Uncle Rico Show. So chug us cones, cause here we go. It's
Look at that really low there. Fucking hell. Scola!
I mean, you can't start anything without thank you to the generous people in the chat. Boy, you ain't kidding there, Scorpio Z. We got some gifters out there, ladies and gentlemen, and shout out to them because tonight for this pregame, Tier 2 memberships are up for grabs. You could have a chance to be gifted a Tier 2 membership, but you gotta turn on accept gifted memberships. There's a link in the description of the show. I suggest you click it. I suggest you stick it. I suggest you turn it on. So that way, when the Johnsons come in here, dropping his huge cock on the table and throwing out 20 gifted Tier 2 memberships,
butt raping.
you get
He
one.
has done a lot of butt raping.
Oh yeah.
Guys!
Johnsons
This is the best.
The Johnsons are here, they're real, and they're spectacular. Good to see you guys. Thank you very much. Yeah, it's one of those nights. We had one of those nights last night. We did a pregame, then we did a blunder for a little while, and then all hell broke loose on the Stuttering John show. And next thing you know, Nasty Neil, who was on the ins, he was part of the inner circle, is now on the outs, and we send him the link. Good job with that, Frog, by the way. Totally behind. See, Frog does a lot of things without my knowledge. You see? And boom, all of a sudden, Nasty Neil shows up. We flip it to the public again. And guess who starts sniping our show?
Oh, I know sniping's bad because
Right.
earlier in the day, I know that Stuttering John actually brought down OJ's channel because of that.
Correct.
All right, so
Because
came to
sniping-
John. All right, so all right, so get rid of that.
Well, don't be so sure, because in John's world, it makes total sense that he would have to snipe and watch. So, the man who struck OJ's channel down for sniping him was sniping our show last night. Him and Ava very upset with Nasty Neil's appearance. I thought Neil was fantastic.
Mhm.
He asked questions. He had come on and trash people. He said what he had to say in regards to Ava and John. And as usual, both of them can't handle anybody having opinions about him that they don't approve of. So they're a perfect fit, those two. Turns out Ava found her man. Good for you, girl. Swiffer Wet Jet, ladies and gentlemen. It's been 33 days and I'm still on the floor. He walks over me but yet ignores me. Cat hair everywhere. I'm not long for this world. Avenge me, boys. We will. You will not go silent into that dark night.
You do feel bad for poor little bastard.
Yep. My first raid tonight, no mercy, regardless. FSJ, TSN. Listen, it's about 20 people's first raid tonight. Thanks to the Johnsons alone. And the Johnsons are not doing this alone. Hellraiser's throwing out a tier 2 gifted membership.
Wasn't it good?
Yes. And I don't know if I explained to you guys, but you got tier 2. That's the top of the food chain here at TSN. That means you get 3 bonus shows a week. You get access to the Discord, archive stuff, and you get dibs on all the special shit we're doing. You're going to get dibs on that. So for the next 30 days, you're in. John and Yoko, better than ever, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's a lid for every pot. No matter how much that lid chain smokes. Look at this, Dan Varney, another soldier.
Oh.
LSAT, did you know it stands for loser skips a test? I know that
I did
now.
not know, yeah.
Kimberly, we need a drop of Piscopo.
Stand up for yourself!
Singing Kimberly. That song was maybe one of the. We should watch that. I mean, it's classic, and we've never well, I'm old enough to know better, but I don't care. FSJ, thank you, Jason. 16 months, appreciate that. John Kaludi, the Kalutster, dropping 5 tier 2 memberships. Yes, Kaludi's definitely upset. Labyrinth Mystic, good to see you, my friend.
Called talent!
Gifting a membership. And KFT, one of the raid kings.
Fucking minors!
And then we got Bobby Joe Brown, of course. Thank you, Bobby Joe.
Taking a victory lap. God is taking a victory lap.
We do have people coming in hot over at supertip.gg/TSN. You got AI voices over there. In the works, Lucy Toe voice. Listen, I'm throwing it out there right now. I don't know how this shit's going to sound, but we're going to see. We're going to see. So yeah, go check out supertip.gg/TSN. You can super chat the old-fashioned way. You can use the AI voices. And big cut comes to much bigger cut than YouTube's willing to give goes to the house. So we appreciate everybody going over there.
Then let me smell the hat.
He doesn't ask for much. Dave D.
I'm going to make him a mistake
Police
that he
just
can't
arrested the 2 dudes
refuse.
that were harassing cameras.
Mr. Devins.
Too much important shit going on to take the LSAT. I need to call Vince to
Man, my fucking stomach still hurts. I need to go to the store, eat some stuff, and then see how I feel. Because right now I don't know if I'm how well I'm gonna feel to go out. So let me get ready to go to the store.
out how to get rid of all of these flies. Then I need to ship my folder of hate to my Florida and New York attorneys.
My folder of hate. I forgot about that. That's great. You know what, Jerry? Put that in the hate folder. And I changed my mind. Put it in the not a good look folder, Jerry.
Yeah, that whole thing with his producer.
Sorry.
I just copyrighted the Duke and Dragzilla show, the first show we will be reviewing energy drinks and vacuums. Who says I'm not original? I'll wait. Burp!
Yes, we watched a little of his former producer on doing a Reddit Ask Me Anything.
Yeah. And that thing about the flies, that got me.
He said he didn't see any roaches, but a lot of flies.
A lot.
To the point where John was asking if anybody knows how to get rid of flies. That and being on government assistance.
Yeah.
Having somebody confirm that. So my question is, like, how are you collecting pensions and on government assistance?
Fraud, I think, is the word some people use. In my honest opinion, YouTube.
Yeah, I mean, it's weird, right? Like, usually you don't hear a lot of people that collect pensions are on government, subsidized services over there. Huh?
What's that?
Remember?
Can you speak up?
Yeah, good.
Do you remember?
Like a man? Like a man.
Yeah, good.
Do you remember when we saw that he owed the state of California in back taxes?
Yes, we did.
It's possible, I'm just throwing this out there as my honest opinion, YouTube's terms of service.
Sure.
It's possible those fines were because he lied on his taxes. And if he's lied on his taxes, he goes to the welfare office and he's like, look, I'm poor, I don't make any money.
Jesus, don't throw this theory out there. I was going to freak out and drive by John's kid's place again.
Yeah.
Relax. Everybody relax. Ava, relax. Yeah, I mean, I've heard, that's an interesting theory. KFT, we get it. Mike sucks, we're late, Super Tip sucks, start the show. Mike Moore sucks.
Well, you say
Ted
twice.
has a big head. Mike Moore sucks. I know, we know Mike sucks, but since Bob left, we are stuck. Frog is a predator. Chevelle is a Limp Bizkit cover band, we get it. Mike sucks, I'm well aware. I know I'm a problem, and my producer likes to pull guns on old transmissions. Mike sucks.
Right.
I know. We get it. Might be my favorite thing. We get it.
We get it.
Hey Kevin, what's wrong, pussy boy? You running away from my show? Keep trying to avoid me after you invited me to your house?
Hey, John, didn't you invite Kevin to your show and offered to buy him a drink? Why was he escorted out during Keanu's set? And why are you taking that golf cart to the train?
Sounds like what's a hypocritical pussy boy, always a hypocritical pussy boy. Keep crying like you're the victim. Stupid ass.
Thanks, Pete. Thanks,
That's a
Eric.
good point, Pete.
Good news, Shuli. Smell me finger. I'll be right up. Thank you. Beef drippings.
Beef.
October 2025, me and Bob Backlund went to a bar and watched a handsome fella lap up some milkers. Backlund got jealous and put him in a figure four. I got the heebie shakes and made shit skin go get the car. Bob called me and said discount is next.
Mr. White, if you played a song while SJ was sniping you, would have been has been bad lawsuit wise? Wish you had. Oh, would have been bad. Jesus Christ. Would it be a bad look if we struck him during the lawsuit? I don't think so.
No.
I don't think so. I mean, everything he's doing is a bad look during this lawsuit. I can tell you that.
Yeah, we'd have to go a ways to look worse than him. So, per se.
Timmy.
I was such a sex pest at the Tonight Show that they called me Mini Me Too, Shagadelic Skull.
Shagadelic. Nobody's business. Damn it.
So, guys, and for first of all checking in to say hi on my everyday basis, tonight was thinking to watch one of my collectible VHS tapes, Cinderella 2 Dreams Come True. But I was noticing I watched One Too Many by accident, and now I used to be afraid of adult vacuums, but now I'm afraid of ficus plants, Mark Cuban, and cheap set design.
So I lost my ring. I was gently putting a note on a pile of shit and it slipped off. I used a fork to get it out, but the fork fell and landed pointy end in my toe. Then went to the ER, sepsis from the poo-poo and tetanus, and I lost my favorite sock also. So, it's just another day in paradise. Fuck you, Michael. I don't need any help.
Chasing views, shooting scores. It's good. Eugene.
I'm doing more shows because Trump is cutting off my SNAP benefits and I'm running out of Celeste pizza.
God forbid. St. Patrick.
Oh, hey guys, really stretching this Amazon gift card, thanks a bunch. Oh, also check in on Lusitano fans, he's doing all kinds of tragedy pick-me-ups. It's spicy, so give it a look-see.
Lusitano OnlyFans would destroy. I'd never get anything done. You'd never have another reputation. I'd just be watching that all day. Need more Spurs NFL picks at some point.
Oh, that's a good point.
Yes, before we go behind the wall, Mike will give them.
Yeah.
Yo, Shuli, next time you're in Boston, we're smoking till John starts making sense. You're in, dude.
Wow.
You're in. Casper, thank you for gifting a Tier 2 membership, my friend. You're the best.
Podcast of yours.
Carl, well, if it isn't Lady C with a $4.99 super sticker.
Lady C.
Thank you. Wasn't SJ's Fighting Across America tour all about him defending the honor of Kate Meany, the girl he didn't want to bang, who he knew was taping him and was just feeding her horse shit? Yeah. Oh, wait! Yeah, you are correct. N-word F-slur. Thank you. Raid tonight? You goddamn right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Tier 2 gifting is available. We are going behind the wall after this to do a raid, and you guys are all joining us. It is a fun, fully interactive show. Come check it out with us. I just realized your lawyer doesn't have a Steinfeld, Witz, or Berg in their last name. Can I get a refund on my GoFundMe donation? Hey, you know, when it comes to the money in GoFundMe, I believe so.
They're all gone.
They're all gone. It's all gone.
They're all gone.
It's all gone. Thank you, though. Dan Varney, Mike is amazing. Love you, buddy. Keep up the good work. No one can silence everyone in the chat or the GoFundMe. We all have your back. Varney, you're something else, buddy. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You fuckers owe me 2 or 3 discount frog laughs, slackers.
Ooh.
Yeah, you guys gotta get on that, boys.
Who has that drop? I don't have it.
Chilling with TSN, and I bet 20 large on Toronto. Thanks for the laughs, fellas. I love you all. Lock, you're in. It's locked down. Locked up.
Oh, yeah.
Rerun the Wizard gifting a membership, a Tier 2 membership.
Subscribe mode.
Just make sure you thank these people. That's $10 a pop they're throwing out. So, you know, I don't want them coming fucking complaining to me. So make sure you thank them, alright? St. Patrick's.
You dumb fucks. It so happens that I shanked my Pro V1 right outside the club. I shifted my weight poorly, thus flinging the ball toward the train station. A cart was required. You lose again, slimy.
What not, Chaser? You little monkey, you.
Xenomorph baby incoming. I'm so happy. My daughter-in-law put a baby in my son, and I can't wait for it to decide what mutant it pretends to be.
Man, that Alien Earth show was so good.
That was good. I did finish it.
Yeah. Nobody's business, ladies and gentlemen.
It wasn't that good.
I think I know why Lenny hates me so much. Even though he gets as much ribbing from the other guys, I must remind him of his father, who used to give him advice and made his life a living hell.
Shut up, Dad. I mean, Michael, I'm an adult, and I don't need your help. Just because you caught me shaking hands with the milkman, I don't need to be put in a home. I wasn't thinking about you anyway.
It's an interesting theory.
Mm-hmm.
You represent his father. Yeah.
Yeah. Because for a while, I was kind of his daddy. He would do anything I told him to.
That is true, without question.
Yeah. A little more than I really wish he had. To be honest.
Are we ready to rock? Am I starting the package?
Well, we do have a package, but first I have a little something that we put together.
Something like this.
I think it would sound a little something like this.
You done?
Yeah, go ahead. What do you got?
Yes.
I thought I would.
After you.
Go ahead.
So I thought I would take a look back at the Uncle Rico shows that Ava was on and put together a little package of her appearances.
Why are you squeaking so far?
Oh, thanks, man.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good.
Thank you.
First of all,
for being
yes. How you doing tonight?
I'm good. It's so cool too. I've just watched so much of you, Shirley, over the years, like discovering the show. So yeah,
Well,
it's really cool. So just
the
to get
honor is all
any last
ours.
out of you guys, is
Oh,
you're great. You're great.
Hilarious. Oh, it's no big. We fake laugh. Everybody gets a laugh.
Yeah, I know, right?
It's fine.
Yeah, they're just fucking
Time out when
around. Police suck here.
To placate John, and so I felt like I needed to clarify that. I thought Shirley was funny.
Thank you. I appreciate it. It's all good.
That's the weirdest thing to navigate with him, is that I am writing you and saying, I'd like to talk to you about like trans passports and stuff, knowing in my head that I don't really want to ever talk about that.
Finally.
Yeah. Here's a little tip. If you ever want me to not respond to a DM from you, write me about trans passports. And
No. I'm sorry. Some context. What she's talking about is when she reached out to John the first
Yes.
time to get on his show.
Correct. She just fed him some bullshit just to get in contact, just to get him.
Almost like you can't believe a word she says. You see, here you're hysterical, and she's been watching you forever, and this is such a big deal to her.
Yeah, but this could have been her setting the plan in motion for the following plan with the
But then
real
why was she
plan.
telling John that you aren't? So first she tells John you aren't funny to get in with him,
Right.
then comes on our show and seems to tell you what she thinks you want to hear.
I don't know.
Why is anyone surprised that she's switching teams?
All right, Mike. When you put it that way, Mike, it makes a lot of sense.
Thank you.
That's how I would talk to him, but at the same time, he doesn't want to actually listen to someone talk about that because it has nothing to do with his persecution. I think that as a political analyst, I do feel he's psychologically defeated, and I think he wants people to at least know that he's interested in it. John's very mad at me right now. He emailed me this morning.
Oh, what did he say?
Why?
What happened?
Well, I think somebody leaked a screenshot of the super chat I sent you.
So a super. So people are monitoring Ava back then. She super chatted us, and they right away send it to John. I love these little bitches. Well, looks like Ava turned on me.
So he was like providing
He turned on me.
Yeah. Just like,
And Ava, spoiler alert, once you're here, you ain't going there unless you give him 1,000.
I'm gonna give it a shot. Can I use my training card? And
That's right.
Yeah, it worked
You
last
can use
time.
any card. Adam Bush, let's go.
Just the heavyweights here today.
Wow. But notice they're both not on the show at the same time.
I think you all should not insult Adam Bush and say that he's secretly me. I'm a very goblinous person.
No.
It's
So is
just-
he? No. According to this, you're a gargoyle. What's wrong with you?
But
Now,
he's
listen.
a legend. His analysis in this Dabbleverse is what brought me in, and what?
Yeah, that's what we call him around here. Adam Ambush, more like it.
He's so integral.
I forgot what a great guest you were.
I was when I came on last time. I just come out to my family,
Sorry,
and
that's
that was the first time so many people.
How did that go, by the way?
Went horrible when it happened on my end, but how'd it go for you? At any time, did you ever bite your tongue at something John said that you remember going in your head, this guy's a retard?
Yes, a lot of the times, because he would ask me something that was just so lame. You know, it's just like, how does it feel as like a trans woman? Or he wanted me to just be this like PC puppet, and it's just embarrassing because I had to kind of placate it just to stay on.
Yeah, so she was embarrassed by it.
Right.
Like so many.
Okay. I have a narcissistic father that's very similar to John and to Donald Trump. When they speak, it's just that's the only dimension. You cannot get out of the dimension.
So maybe there's a father fixation going on.
Oh, for sure. For sure. Yeah.
Which has made me wonder if that's...
What say you? Oh, all right. Got it.
like what causes children to be trans is to have like a narcissistic father like this. Who's it? Where's him or Shuli? I'm not saying that like as a feedback. I was baiting him.
It's all good.
I love you.
Yeah. I love you right back.
Somebody.
Look at that. We were in love.
Yeah.
We were in love at one point.
Beautiful.
Oh my God.
He was telling him you need to go to bed right now when I was on the phone.
Really?
That's why he got up the phone with you.
Anytime you want to start a podcast, you let me know.
Oh yeah.
We got you.
I've had the second time
I was on a lot of medication this episode.
I'm doing this. I just have a bigger appreciation for you, Duke.
No, I'm serious. I thought Ava did great. Back then. I thought she had some interesting takes, and she was always having fun with us. She didn't police anything anybody said.
Right.
She had a good sense of humor about shit. And I would have let her do a show if she wanted to do one.
So, yeah, I don't know. I'm not good enough yet, but I would love to.
No, you're right.
If you do start podcasting, let me know. I will tweet it out, and I will certainly.
No, he's not going to tweet out your podcast.
I didn't see that.
Well, look at the difference in offers. I'm like, if you ever want to do a show, let me know. I'll help you out. If you ever want to do a show, I'll share the information about it. Hey, Alba, we'll tweet it out. Don't you worry. We'll let everybody know. We'll do, I'll tell you what, we'll be the lead-in for you. We'll do something before your show, and then everybody, we're going to send everybody to your chat, to your show, and we're going to make you some goddamn money.
Thank you.
Thank you. You're such a horrible person. What an evil Jew I am. Question for Mike. You had a really cool monochrome Guns N' Roses t-shirt on in a TSN short when you were crossing a street. Where did you get it? Thanks.
Oh, God.
It must have been from Dabble House when remember we took a short of you because we were driving over to Walmart and you were going to walk across the street?
Right.
It's gotta be that short.
Yeah. I don't know. A store. I don't know. I don't remember.
Ava does a good job of hiding her neck bolts. That's Guillermo hanging into the store. Mike deserves a Morseverse song for that. Hey, Don. That was a good joke, yes. Ava knows John is an alpha male and Shuli is a beta, but doesn't know man.
Okay.
Monkey.
That's one monkey's opinion.
Ava's busy this time of year. She hires herself out to scare kids.
First, it's coming on strong. Feel the rhythm is where we all belong. Let me first to shoot the shark, it's true. Back to blue cheese and blood-filled goo. Most of the stories flow, jumping high where the new winds blow. A new frontier, Levy verse had its day. Guys, wars first, where it will stay. The Morse verse is coming on strong. Feel the rhythm is where we all belong. Levy versus the shark, it's true. To blue cheese and blood-filled goo. The Morse verse stories flow, jumping high where the new winds blow. So here's some Morse verse, a new frontier. Levy verse had its day, but now it's Morse verse where we'll stay. Where we'll stay.
Why does Ava's avatar look like Cher in the movie Mermaid? The Lou Costello and drag look was much better, Ava. Swan song. Thank you, buddy. All right, package time. Shall we?
Package time.
Let's go, everybody. And again, we're going behind the wall, probably in about 40 minutes or so. And join us. We're doing the raid tonight for about an hour. It's a fully interactive show. You guys do most of the heavy lifting, and it's a lot of fun. So if you are not a Tier 2 member, either sign up yourself or roll the dice, man. Turn on accept gifted memberships, and maybe somebody out there will gift you one. But people have been very generous right from the start around here. So, you know, don't wait. Don't wait for somebody else to do it. Just get it done. You don't want to miss this. It's fun. People, tell them how much fun. It's a lot of fun.
Vince, do you think that John is treating Ava?
All right, what is this? Shout out
This
to
is
Tuki.
from this morning's Tuki Soup, and Vince called, and I guess was in a cave because there's an enormous echo when he talks. But I just thought
Or maybe he's at John's place in Florida. Maybe he broke into John's house in Florida this time. Okay, I'm in. Let's go.
Like the son or daughter or whatever.
Wait, hold on.
Vince, do you think that John is treating Ava like the son or daughter or whatever that he never paid attention to?
Great question. Fantastic.
Like he's almost trying to show perhaps people in his family, hey,
Hey, Ava, let me teach you how to throw a curveball.
Yeah. Do you take any merit in that?
Not really. I think that John's not a narcissist, but narcissists need supplies in their lives. So long as the person's being a supply, then he will be in John's life, or she.
I love it, man. This is great. You know, look at all these people getting together, man. Tuki, Vince, talking about John's kid. It's fucking awesome.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
And Vince is an expert. Vince is in with John, so he knows all the info.
Hey, is it true that Jay must have some cash and paid full $990,000 for a house?
That's what.
What's he saying? From? What was that?
He's saying that apparently he's discovered that Day, Knight's partner, paid cash for the house that they live in, which is apparently, you know, nearly $1 million.
Wow. Wow. So he's going with first names and how much money they put down on a house? Wow.
Well, the other night, I don't think we showed it on the show, but I think I sent you the clip where Vince is on with Ava and John, and Ava goes off screen for a minute and comes back, and she's like, very funny, Vince, and everyone's like, what? And she says that Vince just texted her something to tell her how close she lived. Yeah.
Oh, so he's doxing the entire Melendez family, one person at a time. So Vince, in theory, sends her a thing about how close they are, and then next thing you know, Abba's driving by John's kids.
Well, that's what's so brilliant about it, Shuli. You know how we've heard so many times Vince on John's show say how trans people are mentally ill?
Yes.
So
Absolutely.
Vince knows that a mentally ill person wouldn't be able to resist driving past the house.
Wow.
So that's why he sends her the info.
Interesting. Fascinating.
Can't wait to hear Vince cover this. And he's like, you know, Phil Russo, spot on right here.
I mean, you are. He's going to have to be honest about it.
Paid full $990,000 for a house?
That's what I'm hearing. That's what I'm hearing. Isn't that insane?
Yeah, I seem to have. I'm sorry. You mentioned Day. That is the name of the partner of Knight.
But of course. What else would Knight's partner be called?
You know what? I'll leave the jokes to Vince. He likes goofing on these two. I'll leave it to him.
Spy report.
Tuki talked about it before. John's kid lives in like $1 million house, and apparently they paid cash for it.
And Tuki was the show Ava went on to throw me under the bus, right? I love it. I love what John's okay with. You know, what he deems okay in his mind at the time.
And it's always fun to hear how he justifies it.
Yeah, your fucking pal that sends you beer for free is talking about your kid's house and what they paid for it and sending the address to other people. That's your pal, though, huh? How about them Amstel lights? They're good, huh?
That sounds like some Black Lives. That sounds like some Black Lives Matter type shit to me. That seems like something someone should look into. Thank you. And hey, Nancy Neal's back.
So now this is last night. So we could do.
Well, hold on. Bravo to Vince. I don't do this much, but bravo to Vince. What a stick. Keep it up, big dog. You'll be back on this show in no time. Addresses, prices of houses, fuck, people's names. Wow. Prime Vince. We're having a rebirth. Dig it. All right, so now you were saying Nasty Neal is on. This was before we got Neal on, right?
Yeah, but the thing is, Shuli, we could probably do a week of shows on just this episode. It was almost 4 hours long. This is just the part between, Nasty Neal coming on and getting kicked off, but there was a lot there.
Well, we'll definitely do more on this then. If you're telling me there's more meat on the bone, we're definitely doing something. As we get started, 1100 here live watching, coming up on 12. Do me a favor, hit like, hit subscribe, hit notify, turn on accept gifted memberships, get yourself a tier 2 membership. We're doing the raid after this, and check out supertip.gg/TSN. And of course, fightthedabbler.com. Thank you to Dr. Steve and everybody that's contributed to that. Thanks. All right, let's go.
Hey, what's going on?
Sucker, son of a bitch. What's up?
Man, not a very nice welcome.
What's up?
Didn't you guys have a bit?
She doing a Frank Rizzo impression? What? Cocksucker, huh?
Fight somewhere?
I just
Maybe it's an invitation. You don't know.
Right?
Yeah, so I'm out.
He's like, I don't think Shuli knew. Like,
Yeah, I still don't. Yeah, I still don't.
That was his
But
assessment.
okay, hold on, Neil. All right, so I'm out on my walk here. I'm at the Cape Cod Canal. If you're wondering the background here.
Neil,
Wait, one more second.
when has Shuli ever told?
Bye, Abba.
I don't know a lot about Shuli. I've only talked to him a couple times in email, and I was on the show once.
Neil,
But my take is I don't think he knew about the kid thing. That's
okay. Okay, Neil.
Mm-hmm.
You think that when Single Wide calls Ava and says to Ava, I just
Who's Single Wide? I don't know who that is.
That's Phil, his producer.
Okay, all right.
Forgive me while I speak like a grown-up for a minute. His name is Phil.
I just got out of a meeting with Shitware and the boys. We came up with this idea for you to do this. You are now going to give Shitware
I think he's paraphrasing a little bit there, huh?
A little bit.
Yeah.
benefit of the doubt. After, when the ESO thing came out, he denied knowing when he knew.
Can you just admit he knows something, please?
Taxpayer! But you...
Right, there was never a we. I know that, yeah.
But now, say, the shitware is not capable of lying?
Oh, anyone's capable of lying here. Just my gut instinct is that he didn't know about the thing. The thing is, he's an older guy. He's got kids. He has family. He's talked about not like one to include kids and stuff. So that's just my take.
Neil, you're being duped. Okay.
In the text, it says that he didn't know about it.
You're fooling. You gotta be fucking with me.
I'll tell you, John. There was a picture that went all around the internet that numerous shows have shown.
Mm-hmm.
That I got into an argument with someone that used to work here about showing it, and me fighting. You remember this, Mike, right?
Yes.
And me fighting about, no, I don't want to do that. I told the person, you do it. You want to show it, you show it.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, this guy has no concept of how far from this situation his kids are to me. First of all, they're adults. They're living their life. They've done nothing to me, and even if they did, I got no fucking beef with them. I got no issue with them. They didn't try to get me fired. They didn't sit there and talk about having pictures of my kids in their possession and waiting till they turn 18. You realize what a fucking creepy sentence that is to say as a 60-year-old man? That your kid's gonna be 8, your daughter's gonna be 18 one day? What does that mean, John? What are you gonna do when she turns 18? Let you expand on that. I'd love to hear that, John. So believe me, dude, while other shows are posting your shit, watching your shit that have to do with your kids, that's something that I never, ever am looking to get into. Ever. And the only time I showed a picture of your adult child that Vince is now sharing their address and how much they paid for their house, and Abba's driving by their house, was a picture of a tweet from your ally. It wasn't a picture of a tweet, it was a tweet from Muttering Jay. And guess what the picture was? The picture was the one that you sold to Vice.
Well, it must have been like an enormous amount of money.
For $300 fucking dollars.
Well, for John.
Go fuck yourself.
Okay, let me ask you something, Neil. If I said I did something or I didn't do something, would you believe me?
No.
There you go. What a great debate we're about to have. I mean, hypothetically, if I said I did something and then I said I didn't do something, would you believe either one?
Yeah.
Yeah, why? What's the objective data? Because I tell the truth, right?
Overall, yeah.
Okay.
You have, yeah.
Okay, now we go to Scott the Engineer, Richard Christie, Dallas Stockbroker, Ronnie Munn. Everybody else the shitway was involved with, and he lied to all of them. Now, you still give him the.
I don't know all this backstory about Shooter. I didn't even know who he was until he started the Shooter Network.
And he knew about.
Yeah, Neil, stop talking and let him tell you the backstory according to him.
Right.
It's very important that you buy into every single word of this. Otherwise, you can't play with these guys.
All the people they send. Well, I mean, how many times? Okay. Shitway got a 25-year-old woman. Him and Carl.
I just think if he knew the whole time, why weren't they just all talking about it? Because Ava agreed to do it. If she was going to do it or not, I don't know. But she told the double wide on the phone that she was going to do it.
Single wide, please. Come on. Get the very bad nickname correct.
He wishes he was double wide. Yeah. You kidding me?
Well, maybe he thinks it's a Zen.
That's a good point.
So if she said that at that time in the initial contact, why weren't they just all talking about it then after that?
I don't think you're a stupid guy, but you're really stupid.
There you go. That's what you're. Hey, again, this is the parenting that his family and the type of husband and partner he was. This is what you see every time somebody doesn't agree or tells it to him, factually, what he doesn't want to hear.
I know you get good grades in school, but you are stupid if you think this. Whatever it is.
But you are.
He is.
Yes. Here is the reason why you're really being fucking. And I know you're a smart guy, but you're really being stupid here. Shitware and Lady K, both or individually, got a 25-year-old woman to record me illegally.
Oh, I've never done that.
Okay.
Even when we weren't getting along and you didn't like me, I always shook my head on that. I think that's gross.
If they're capable of doing that,
they're capable of taking over the world.
So why would you do it individually? Like you just happened to tell her to do it, and then he just happened to tell her to do it?
Well, and also, could you specify, did we get her to do it the first time or the second time?
Well, it's also interesting that he doesn't seem to know if it was you, Carl, or both of you, considering he's suing both of you for it.
Right.
But he seems to be unclear of which one of you it was supposedly that did it.
Clip it. But also, how can we talk her into illegally recording him when he knew he was being recorded the entire time?
Right. And he has proof. He made video proof that he knew.
Yeah.
It's pretty compelling.
Thank God no one admitted to knowing what they were being recorded for the second time.
Makes you think Shitwire is not capable of coming up with this stupid thing? Don't answer yet. Don't answer yet.
I do have an answer for it.
Yeah, don't answer yet. What makes you think when Shitwire gets Pocky to set up this scam to have me...
was with you on that too.
Why now are you giving me the benefit of the doubt?
When you're trying to ask a
well, because I know what you're saying. Because I know you don't let anyone talk, Alba. Just let me answer the question. The difference is because.
Oh, listen to her.
What the fuck's going on there?
Listen to her. Well, you know what's going on. Something she can't do on camera. That's what's going
Masturbate?
on. Oh, whoa, fussy cat. Yeah, got it. Yeah, I had a buddy who went to jail, went to prison for 8 years because of cops found a fussy cat that didn't flush down his toilet. Fussy cat.
Fussy cat. Fussy cat.
Hey, damn, this fussy cat's been tap danced on, man.
Question. The difference is because. First of all, Ava, when I was on with you, and I've never said anything bad to you. Never called your name. You call me cocksucker over and over. So you can't always come on here and pretend you get all this bad treatment, and everyone else is treated wonderfully. You've said this multiple times. You said it on Keanu's show the other day. The difference is, I'm not saying he's a great guy by any means. I'm not saying anyone at the Julie Network's great. I don't think talking about you.
I'm saying I'm a great guy. Can I at least say it?
I'm not gonna go ahead.
No, I'm not. Listen, I'm not asking for anybody else to say it because I know nobody else will. But I'll say
it. For hours a day is great. I don't think. I think the Kate Meany stuff is gross. The difference is...
I think horror movies are gay. What do you think of that, Neil? Now we're even. Ouch. That hurt, didn't it, Neil? Didn't it? Let it.
Painful.
Let it hurt.
That this would involve someone not connected
to the Apple person anyway. Let me ask you, and don't worry, I got this. Let me ask you the real question.
It's like mentally ill Tweedledee and Tweedledum. I got this.
If he didn't know, and Phil did do this, instead of reprimanding him, Shitway tweeted out he gave him a raise.
Well, first of all, I think that's in jest. But the second part, do I think like you should do something? Sure. I'm not saying he's a great guy, and I'm not saying that this is cool to do.
In other words, here's the objective data. If he didn't know Single Wide did this, wouldn't you reprimand Single Wide?
That's not objective data, by the way. That's a question.
Yeah. Thanks, nerd.
4-hour shows a day talking about somebody.
Neil, don't, Neil.
I know what you're saying.
Uh-oh. Breaking news. Hold on.
Oh, no.
Medication time. Medication time. Come get your pills, Mr. Melendez. Miss Riza, medication time.
You're convoluting terms here.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are. If he's claiming he didn't know, which Ava already said that they had a meeting. If he's claiming he didn't know, therefore he should reprimand the person.
I'm not disagreeing with that.
Yeah, let me give you an example. When I work with Jay Leno, and I asked Jay, you ever see The Late Shift?
That's not going to work on him, but go for it.
I've seen the movie, yeah.
What an annoying backseat driving asshole.
I was alive when it came out.
It's like on the subway when they make the announcements and you can't understand a word of it.
No, the
said
point he's about to make, I'm saying it's not going to work on you. Watch.
it doesn't matter. I don't care. Stop being petty. When
I came on. I'm outside. I came on to be nice. And as soon as I get here, I'm being called cocksucker. I'm not whining. I think anyone with any sense can see who's whining and constantly talking about.
Oh man, nice. Let's go. If this was Arsenio, he'll be like, ooh. That was good shit right there.
Being treated differently. No, I'm not.
All right,
if I was, I'd be proud of
Call me
it.
gay. Call me gay. Is it going to bother me?
Dang it.
No. Now, let me ask you a question. I am in Jay Leno's office, and I say to Jay, is it true?
Do you want cream and soda?
I thought you were on the stage. I'm sorry. I'll leave.
Helen Kushnick released that article about Johnny Carson and said that Johnny was going to leave. And you know what Jay said? Like normal people would? It doesn't matter, John. She worked for me. Therefore, it is my fault. It is my responsibility. Now,
all right, somebody get me Helen Kushnick on the phone so I can fire her.
Shitware, whether he knew or not, his employee did the same thing. Therefore, he has to accept the accountability of...
Hold on. This is a big popular theory going around.
John's retarded?
That and this. This is what happened to Rob Saul. This is what Ava wants. Watch out, Clay.
Ooh.
You're next.
Ooh. Wow.
You're next.
And Little Indians.
It's that dude who starts dating a chick and turns off all his friends, right?
Yeah.
Never takes their calls, doesn't hang out anymore, just disappear.
Yeah.
That's what
Single
John's
white
doing.
female. Yeah, they get it upset.
John's in love. John's in love.
Mm-hmm.
Plain
By
and
the
simple.
way,
Huh?
we got age restricted again, so super chats have been turned off.
For what?
I don't know. I'm looking into it.
Look harder.
Super GG. Screw YouTube.
Yeah, supertip.gg. That's why it's there. Thank you, everybody. We'll get to them. Sorry. Fucking YouTube.
Wow.
His employee did. He is not innocent.
I mean, how do we get age restriction if we're for 18 plus?
Well, we're not.
Why? Why aren't we?
Because then you don't have super chats. When it's 18 and up, then you can't have super chat. That's what had just happened to us. They just made it 18 and up I'm looking into it.
Well, that doesn't make it so. Adults aren't capable of super chatting. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Makes no sense. This YouTube really doesn't.
Can children still super chat? Is that?
Children, if children are around, you can super. You have to show ID. I think, or so. Got to be this tall to super chat. I don't know how it works. I still have the option to super chat. Yeah, we'll try it. But only 100 works for some reason. Huh? Frog, I got you.
I wish.
Yeah.
Said he was innocent.
Therefore,
I never said he was innocent. I'm just disagreeing with one concept here that I don't think he knew. That was all I said. I never took a side. I'm not saying he's an angel. I'm not saying this is good in any way.
Neil,
I agree with you. Should you? If okay, so my website without your head's been around 20 years. If someone on my website who writes for me did something, would I be like, oh, whatever, who cares? If they did something horrible, yes, I would take them off the website. I would not have them involved in the website. That doesn't mean I knew or not. Do I think he's a great guy? Do I think he should get rid of this guy? Or at least maybe the public could come out and say, what he did, wasn't part of the Shula Network, blah, blah, blah. Sure, I definitely think they should do that.
Neil, objective data.
One day I will, Neil. Just not now.
Again, ESO. His former executive producer.
Right, that didn't work. Let's go back.
Yeah.
Let's go back and try this approach, Neil.
Is now serving time for having 6,000.
Yeah, I mean, no one's going to defend that guy. Yeah.
Hold on, let me finish. Neil, I give you the opportunity to talk.
Her name's Ava, not Neil, but go ahead.
6,000 images of pictures and video of child pornography. In fact, some as young as a year and a half.
Wow, you know, there's always something really cool about a guy who adds really creepy details
Yeah.
to something that's
Like, did you know
already
any of that? I just
No.
yeah, no.
I was disgusted the minute I heard about it.
Yeah. Like ew.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a really sick dude.
Well, at least Ava didn't laugh about it this time. So.
Well, there's like, you know those, yeah, right? She fucking was rolling. Well, when Vince prints it out there,
Oh,
it's so much funnier, you know?
I guess it's all in the way to say it.
It's a delivery.
Yeah.
Now.
I know, they're in there.
Now, hold on, Neil.
Mm-hmm.
Now, that same guy came up
She did
with
laugh a
the
little
name,
bit. All right,
the
I
Uncle
stand
Rico
corrected.
Show.
I'm sorry.
Chuckle.
Yeah, she
I
did a
guess.
little silent
There was a
chuckle.
little something there, John. Work it out. Put a pot of coffee on and really, you know, build that thing up. Get a chunk out of it.
You got the nugget or something there.
And the Shuli Network has Shuli changed either name.
No, I mean, I always thought the name, I don't really even understand the point of the name. to begin with.
Thank you, Neil Gibson. It's a dumb name and it's a stupid joke.
You know his behavior is in this vein. This is who he is.
Come here, I got a vein for you.
Therefore,
Yeah.
is it a jump? Is
I don't think those two things are very comparable.
That Shitwayer knew about this new fucking work they were trying to pull off.
I just don't think he knew. That's all. He says he did, and I have no reason to think.
No, doesn't matter. All of the objective data is pointing.
Here's what I know now. Ava agreed to this. And since then, in her disgust of even being offered this suggestion and agreeing to it, she's brought the fact that she recorded a conversation about this with Frog, which she then later backtracked and used the age-old excuse, I was drunk at 3 o'clock in the afternoon when I said that.
You know, in my day, we called that a lie.
Right. And then, after she was so disgusted by what was suggested to her, and after she lied about having a recording of the call, she then drives by the house. Now I ask you, ladies and gentlemen of the Dowelverse.
And gives information about the house.
Correct. If she's detailed information.
Yes.
If she's driving by now, how long has she been driving by? Thank you.
Yeah. I would like someone to ask John in this vein about why we should change the name of the network. Miramax is Harvey Weinstein's parents' name.
Yep.
Mira and Max. So he had some trouble in court. Did some nefarious things. Shouldn't they change the name of that movie studio or that?
Not only that, if Mira and Max never fucked, none of that shit would have ever happened. So they're really.
I didn't bother pulling the clip, but we've pulled it before. You named the Uncle Rico show on an episode of the Shuli show when you were watching John. You said, I think I'll call this show the Uncle Rico show.
I know, but it doesn't work for these mental patients with this argument. So
All right, so it's on video.
Right. So ESO came up with the whole thing. That's what they want.
To you, this guy is an asshole who knows shit but doesn't do anything about it. All of that. You're gonna still say he's innocent.
I never said he's innocent. I never said he's innocent.
You probably think OJ is innocent.
Was it? if the glove does.
Oh, Bo Beardington. Hey, you cool with Ava driving by his kid's place? Be honest. Be honest, Bo. You know what happens when you go against the golden Ava goose right now.
Right.
Pow! You're gonna be scolded by Daddy.
Yeah. We should save that chat of his for after the court case.
That's right.
It's unfit, you must acquit. Yes.
John, I was going to make a different point, but just to respond
Yeah,
to what
follow
you're saying,
that,
really
right?
quick, he said that the other night, and then a few minutes in, he says he never really watched that Shuli show that much and doesn't know that much about
I haven't.
So then
I
it's
haven't.
like, well, then what are you basing this all on that you're like, I don't think he would do that. It's like, you don't know anything about the guy, so why are you saying that? Like, right?
Yeah.
Wow. What the hell? So she's basically just saying Well, why are you just agreeing with us? You don't know enough about him to say otherwise, so just agree with us.
I'm not betting my life on it. You guys are making a bigger deal. All I said was I don't think he knew. That's all. Everything else, I think the whole thing is terrible. I think it's terrible to go after anyone's family.
I don't really care. I mean, I do.
I mean, these two are grown babies. Listen to how you have to speak to these people so they don't get their feelings hurt. So they don't lose it because you don't agree with what they said. Mental
about something that
bridges.
makes no difference to Neil, first of all, and really makes no difference to anybody.
Yeah. Yeah.
What I was trying to say to him that he still doesn't understand is that this was all like right when all that stuff happened. And we remember when we talked about how we were going to release the text messages, we said, here's what they're going to do. They're going to find a spot to just change the message and pivot. And so one of the things I said is like, one, they're going to point out that I sent that text following up a month later about that. And
a month later.
What?
A month later, Crazy Eyes McGill over here sent the text unsolicited. Interesting.
lied to them. And then second was that they're going to make it about whether or not Shuli knew because of the unless it's an audio recording proving it. And so
we made it about whether or not I knew.
Like the two morons who have been screaming that you knew since literally the minute she said it on Point to Apple Point.
Yeah.
It is a pivot and a distraction.
The reason I'm bringing that up is because in the evidence, quote unquote, they released, it specifically says that I never told you, and she knows that it makes her look like a fucking liar. So now they gotta try and make it like, oh, they're trying to make it about this thing that I lied about and not about the bigger point that we want to listen on.
Yeah. Yeah. And he's so blinded by hating us that he's got a person next to him that's literally invading his kid's life by driving by. And he just, no problem with that whatsoever. And then goes on his show and describes what the place looks like.
You know why, Shuli?
Well, hold on. Can I just say that somebody on X sent me a picture, tweeted. It's in my... I didn't retweet it. I didn't like it. I want anything to do with it. But, like, this is what happens. This is what happens when you don't draw the line, John. Go ahead.
Well, maybe he allows it because he was curious about what her house looked like.
Maybe. Maybe. Yes, bro.
He doesn't care about
That's
his
it.
kid.
Yeah, that's the way he is.
Mhm.
Absolutely. You're right.
it's so much like
Neil, I
John, I mean, I'm good. I really want to lock this in. And
Wow, Alpha. Sit down, beta bitch, John. Let Alpha Ava run this shit, bitch. Wow, I've never seen someone take over like this so quickly.
Well, we know who's going to be on top, isn't it?
Oh my God. John's gonna bang her with one of the dildo helmets. You ever see this headband with the fucking dildo? Reno 911, you know, he bust that guy's whore out with it. Dunnigan, wasn't that Dunnigan?
Right, yes.
Yeah.
And so this is a lot like in politics or in any like messaging thing. What they need to do is divert the message to whether it's about Shuli knew and then about that one text. And so when he was texting in, that next thing just